Okay, let's see. I'm gonna give y'all some time to come on in. It's been a minute, y'all. It's been a minute. 3 months already. So I'm feeling like a fish out of water a little bit. But let me see. It's taking a little bit of time here. So I'm gonna give y'all some time to come in. Hello to everyone that's already present. Let me look at let me see who's here. So I got QT. Everything is everything. Fire Millionaire. Zanice. Jay. Okay. Let me see. Deity. Joy. Life with Haj. Starberry. Brittany. Okay. I see y'all coming in. High Frequency. Stephanie. Miss Mystic. Tasha. Lorna. Lakila. Just call me Step. The Real Goddess. Okay, I hope everybody is doing well out there. Just give me 1 second so I can make sure everything is in alignment on this end, y'all. 1 second. Let's see. All right, y'all. So thank you for your patience. I hope everybody is doing well out there. I haven't done a live since the 8/8 portal, so it's literally almost been 3 months. If y'all can hear me out there, if you can put 777 in the chat, I'd appreciate it, just to let me know that all the audio is good. But hello to everybody. Let me see. Alex, Maria, G Money, Lucy. Who's that? Lucifer. Okay. All right. I see the sevens. Somebody said I look refreshed. I feel refreshed. I feel refreshed. You know, a lot of, the energy is like waves. Sometimes it's up, sometimes it's down, but the whole thing is just ride the waves. That's how I put it. Ride the waves, whatever's going on. Stay in the flow. Don't try to resist it. Just roll with it. And everything aligns exactly as it should. So let's see. Thank you. Y'all say y'all love my hair. Thank you. It took me like 5 minutes to do this. I was inspired by somebody on one of those lock websites. So I was like, okay, I can do something a little different. But it's good to see everybody here. So yeah, we're in Scorpio season right now, y'all. Transformative energy. So just get ready, whether it's internal transformations that's happening for you in this season or external transformations. Just ride the wave on both ends, putting certain things to rest. Just like the reading that I did today, it was talking about putting certain relationships to rest, or people got to come back towards you transformed. Either you put it to rest and it's dead and you bury it, or they got to come back into your energy transform. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So Scorpio energy is definitely pushing people to make that firm decision, regardless of which end you're coming from. Let's see. All right, y'all. So today we're going to be doing personal, well, not personal. Obviously, everybody is here. You're going to be able to join in, ask questions. And I feel like this will be the perfect way to kind of kick off Scorpio season 2, because initially I was going to do another topic, but we'll see about that in the future. Obviously, things shift. It's the time of transformation, so I just roll with it. So this is a perfect time to honor you all. It's 222 people in the chat. If you've been seeing 222, leave a 222 in the comment section, because that number has been showing up for me like it's nobody's business. 222. And that's all about balance. It's all about balance. And so just as I was saying, during this time of transformation, you got to maintain that internal balance. Let me see. Okay, I see a lot of you have put 222. Okay, so y'all been seeing it too. Yes. And if you didn't see it, you probably saw it just now, as far as the number of people that was in the chat. I see one of you was speaking about Trump shutting the money down. Trump cannot, the only thing Trump can shut down is the fiat, but he can't shut down the currency. And that's why it's so important to understand the difference between the two. He can shut down the food stamps, but he can't shut down the currency, right? So if you understand the difference between fiat and currency, then you understand that he ain't shutting nothing down. A lot of people have to come out of that space of codependency. And I'm not saying that those things are not useful, because they were definitely useful for me when I was going through my hardship, and it's useful for a lot of people out there. But when you understand the art of being the alchemist and being the co-creator of your life, you don't let their threats cause you to get into an upheaval. You just see it as, okay, transformation is happening in every area, on every corner of the globe. And so you just got to roll with the transformation and realize that, yes, you can call in more. If you're going to have less coming from the government, that means you're going to have more coming from a different space, probably from your creative pursuits or from your business, or just something coming to you out of nowhere that you didn't expect to see. So it's like, you don't put too much stock in that. Don't overthink it, y'all, because we don't want to help to create the energy of fear. They're doing tests right now. It's all about testing you to see how many people are going to be in a frenzy when they make certain threats and things like that. So let's jump right in. I have Unconditionally Jack here with me today. She's been on the podcast a few times before. And of course, she reads the natal charts, and she also does readings. So she'll be tapping in with me today. And I'm going to leave the link for you to join in the comment section, because today y'all can definitely come in and ask questions. We'll pull just a couple of cards, nothing too long, maybe about 3 minutes per person, nothing too long. And let me see something. How do I do it? I got to remember how to do it, y'all. And thank you to my moderators as well. I appreciate y'all for always showing up for me and helping me out here. So this is the link. You can hit that link that I put into the comment section if you want to join and ask questions. So let me bring Jessica up here.
Hey.
Hey, lady.
Hey.
Yeah, we was just talking about with the Scorpio energy, this is the time of transformation. And, it's based on my personal readings. I've been talking to a lot of people that's going through their own personal transformation. So we're going to be tapping in just to see like a general read or general energy of what's happening with the collective first, and then give time to come in and, but is there anything that you wanted to add about the Scorpio energy right now?
Just a lot of endings, so I would say under this Scorpio energy, what doesn't serve you and it doesn't, like you've come into the knowing of, okay, yeah, this got to go. This will be the perfect time to let it go. Because if you don't, it won't get better, it'll get worse.
Yeah. And I can only imagine, because if something is trying to die, you see what I'm saying? When something is dying, it starts to show telltale signs of deterioration. And a lot of times people feel like, well, why did that just go out of nowhere? Well, it didn't happen out of nowhere. Usually you've already seen signs that led up to the finale. You see what I'm saying? So it's just a matter of saying, okay, I accept it for what it is. I'm going to lay it to rest.
Get the lesson and keep it moving.
That's right. Yes, absolutely. So let me see. I already see one person would like to join in, but we're just going to do a general. So if anybody else wants to hit the link, y'all can do that. And I'll be bringing up one person at a time, just to answer some questions. Like I said, quick, it's not going to be long, drawn out readings, but this is a way of us giving back. You see what I'm saying? Giving back to you all, because everybody needs some guidance here and there. So this is the perfect time to do it on this format, so that people can know, like, we all need guidance here and there. Because shoot, Jessica, she do readings for me too. We do readings for each other.
Yeah, for each other.
So it's like, sometimes you got to get clarity about certain things. So let's see. Let's jump in. I'm going to just pull one card first. Let's see. Okay, see, look at this. So we have the card of fighting. That's what's coming out for me first. So I do remember last time, Jessica, we kind of piggybacked off of each other a little bit. When you get a chance, I would like you to clarify just to see what's coming through on your end, because this fighting energy it's kind of interesting. It's like a tense energy in the air. And I mean, maybe a lot of y'all can feel it. That's why I keep getting this energy of riding the wave, maintaining that internal balance with those tools, because there is this opposing force right now doesn't want to loosen its grip, okay, or it's really lost its grip, so it doesn't want to accept the fact that it's no longer in control. That's the powers that were. That's certain people that was in your intimate circle that can't control you anymore. So this fighting energy, when I see this card is showing the person in the 3D realm is geared up in all of this heavy gear, but it's like the real fight is happening in a spiritual realm. You see what I'm
Mhm.
saying? That's what the card is showing. So, what are you getting for this card, Jessica?
I just got options here. I'm using the
Mm,
chosen journey deck options. So I feel like this is weighing the pros and the cons. Like we were just saying about the things that don't serve you.
mhm.
You could kick the prick, like you could fight against whatever the situation is. I'm hearing I've been in this thing for a long time, but that doesn't mean that it's meant for you to carry it out for another like cycle. You know, that's what I meant by get the lesson and keep it moving. Release it and keep it moving, because this is like the death and the rebirth energy. And we're in Scorpio season. So
Yeah, yes. So even with the options, it's like options and fighting.
mm,
Let me get one more card on that one though. I want to see
okay.
what does it mean. And somebody says it's breaking up. Is it breaking up on y'all's end? Let me know if it is, because I don't have my mic today, but I might have to hook it up. So this says participation. Hmm. Participation. So it's almost like this ooh, there's this energy that doesn't want you to have options on a spiritual level though. It's like because this is an energy of people coming together to create something greater than themselves. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it could be the opposing forces that doesn't want unity to happen in certain ways. Like they don't want to see unity. Instead, they want to see fighting.
Mm-hmm.
And they want you to think that you're supposed to be geared up in the 3D realm, when in fact this is all spiritual right here. So our power lies in coming together and participating in raising the vibrations together is really what I'm picking up, because from that vantage point, then we do have options. We don't have to solely rely on one direction or one person or be codependent on this or that.
On
It's
everything.
opening up doors, that might not have opened had we not come together in unison. Yeah, y'all said the volume is working fine. Okay. So what else did you get for yours,
I got
Jessica?
the divine feminine energy came out, and this represents spiritual strength. So
Mm,
like I said, it's all in knowing. Like, and then look at the bottom of the deck is shadow. And see, that's the thing.
mhm,
The low frequency energy wants to keep us tiptoeing on hell's boundaries, keeping us in fear, low vibrational energy, negativity, just not looking up. However, like I say, pain is meant to be endured. It's meant to be felt, but you have
mhm.
to endure it. And endure it like a good soldier. I ain't saying it got to feel good. You just got to be able to find the balance and get your understanding while you're enduring. So that you can move forward. And see, when I saw this card just now, I thought about all four of the queens in the tarot deck.
Mhm,
You have to, when you don't move in a timely manner, you take a hit in your divinity. It can push you so many steps back or either so many steps forward. But it depends on you. It depends on you during this season.
and I find that interesting that the divine feminine energy will come out,
Yeah.
especially if we're talking about participation, because this
Hmm.
conversation has been coming up a lot lately in terms of the goddess energy, the divine feminine energy, and there's this opposing force that just doesn't want it to rise. And I feel
Hmm.
like it's becoming louder. It feels like it's getting louder. This opposing force that doesn't want the divine feminine divine feminine energy to remember itself again, but not just
Yes.
to remember, but to also openly express that energy. Divine feminine energy is powerful,
Mm-hmm.
and the participation is just letting you know, like, this ain't the time to be fighting up against this energy, this force. This time to actually participate, welcome it, because
Participate.
it's a
Mm-hmm.
necessary frequency in order to offset the opposition wherever it's coming from, whether it's within you.
Mm-hmm.
That divine feminine energy is necessary to destroy that internal opposition, because a lot of times people are leaning too far into the masculine, which is like an ego
Mm-hmm.
energy, like
Yeah.
control, not just allowing themselves to feel and to flow and to heal. So it could be an
Mm-hmm.
internal battle with the divine feminine essence, but I'm also picking up an external battle with the divine feminine essence. And this is putting strong emphasis on participation and
Yes.
alignment. And it's kind of funny because I was literally having a conversation, because my children have been playing a lot of chess lately, and I've been pondering about that a lot. Like, why is it that the queen, if you play chess out there, put a 11-11 in the chat if you know anything about the rules of the game. I was wondering, like, why is it that the queen in the game has to protect the king? And the queen has the most movement, like she has the most options to move around in the game. But the king can only go forward, backward, side to side. The queen can go all over the board. But the whole objective is to protect the king. And I still don't get it. But when I did some research, I found that the original game, it wasn't like that. The king would naturally protect the queen.
Mm-hmm.
It was the other way around until it got into the hands of more of the European concept, and they switched it over to the queen protects the king. So it's kind of interesting because a lot of things have been handed to us backwards. I see a few of you actually play chess, so you know what I'm talking about. Um, you said he is the final piece and she is his honor. I see, but even in the game, the queen is disposable, right? Because they say if you get rid of your queen, once the pawn gets over to the other side, the pawn can be crowned as queen. And it's like, but the pawn is supposed to be disposable one. So I feel like the divine feminine energy it hasn't been honored the way that it should be honored. And I feel like there's an opposing force that doesn't want to see the rise of that energy, because the rise of that energy is equivalent to healing. It means that we're tapping into our intuition. We're receiving those divine messages, those signals, like we're connected to nature. We're healing Mother Nature again. We're getting back to our organic roots. And so when you
Mm-hmm.
get back to the mother, you're getting back to the source of life. You see what I'm saying? When you get back to that divine feminine energy. So it's been some pretty interesting downloads that's been coming through about the goddess frequency and divine feminine energy. But what do you have? I'm gonna pull another card here, and then we're gonna start bringing people on in a minute. So this says new vision, new vision. So this is given that energy of rising up, because this person used to be on their knees, crawling on their knees, and now they're standing up, seeing things from a higher perspective. But it's a very
Mm-hmm.
high vibrational frequency that's being emitted from this image right here. So it strongly indicates standing up from being in this codependent state, feeling like, you couldn't get up on your hands and knees, just feeling burdened, weighed down, bogged down with the problems of life, to once you see things from a different perspective, you go through this major
Mm-hmm.
transformation. Now, suddenly you have all the energy in the world to conquer any and everything. So what did you
Yeah.
get?
I got the Soul Tribe card. And you know what? When I saw that card, what was it that came out just now
Oh, the
with
participation card.
the one with the figure, the human figure in it looking
Oh, this
up?
one.
What
Okay.
does it say? New vision.
Mm-hmm.
So when I saw that, it made me think about Sagittarius energy. So because after the death and the rebirth, you have to have a new vision to enter into the next season, because you have to be able to see. Sagittarius is the seer, the
Mm-hmm.
seer of truth. So this is like a new mindset. This is like a ace of, not pentacles, a ace of wands energy, like a passionate start to be able to connect with people of the same similar values. You know what I'm saying? The soul
Mm-hmm.
tribe card. similar
Yes.
values and beliefs, and hang around people that understands you, that's going to bring about the maturity needed to obtain the divine feminine energy, to where
Mm-hmm.
you ain't focusing on the past of what you just came out of, because
Mm-hmm.
that's a hit to your auric field, when you thinking back on the past, saying what you coulda, shoulda, woulda. That's not divine feminine energy. Because when you let
Yeah.
it go, you let it go, and you claim it sealed, and you move forward, and you move It's like your soul tribe is. It's like connecting with like a support system,
Mm-hmm.
that
Mm-hmm.
aids you. So yeah,
It aids in that growth as well, like
yeah,
not wanting to take you
mm-hmm,
backwards, being in that codependent state on the hands and knees, but like wants you to
yes,
continue to lift it up and to evolve. And you don't come
mm-hmm.
across a lot of people like that. But the more that we wake up, the more that we're going to honor that
That's
type of
what's up.
energy being projected from people. Because a lot of times, I know a lot of the chosen, y'all can relate to that. You start to shift, you start to change, you start to grow, and people start to look at you like it's now a competition. It's now all about bumping egos. But you're not even in competition. You're just living. You're just being who you are
Mm-hmm.
naturally and allowing yourself to express it openly with unapologetically. So
Yes,
let me see. Yeah, I was pulling a card for the divine feminine, and this is what I have: patience.
patience. Mm.
Yeah. So you see, she's pregnant
Moon
here, though.
cycle. Mm-hmm.
Yes, the moon cycles, but also she's pregnant, so we're getting ready to give birth to something. But consider,
Mm-hmm.
anytime we're talking about creating anything, you're looking at divine feminine energy.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It 'cause that's where it bakes. Okay, that's
That's
where
right.
that seed gets planted, and every other facet of creativity happens through the divine feminine. And so, with patience, we're getting ready to see something unfold. Something is getting ready to come into fruition. Jessica, if you don't mind, can you pull a card to see what she about to give birth to? I just want to see what comes from your cards.
Okay. Mm.
Let me see. We got a lot of people that want to. Okay, we got a few people here that want to get readings. So
Got the divine masculine energy.
oh, she about to give birth to the divine masculine. No, let me find out now. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on
We,
now. This is getting deep. Go ahead now. Go ahead.
you know what I'm picking up? Because the divine masculine energy has been so distorted. So that new vision is directed toward the divine masculine energy.
Mm.
Okay. Because there's a lot of masculines, even females, women that's, I know a lot of masculine women, you know,
Hmm.
but they fail to know when to use their feminine energy, men and women.
Mm.
There's a time, it's so much ego, but there's a time where you have to show compassion, use your intuition, you know, um, agree to disagree. You know what I'm saying? My mom used to tell me all the time, just because you know something don't mean you got to say it all the time. See, that's ego when you want to just say everything because you know everything. So you
Mhm.
think, so yeah, new vision.
Yeah, I like that. So, because consider the first card that came out was this opposing force. You see what I'm saying? And I'm like, well,
Hmm.
what is this fight all about? So, that's why I kind of, we've been having a lot of conversations in the background, but it's not just us. It's a conversation that's happening. It's a widespread
Yes,
conversation that's happening with this masculine and feminine opposing energy. And it's like there is a shift that's taking place right now,
yes,
universal shift that's taking place, but we're not shifting into something that's unnatural. We're shifting back into our natural state. And of course, with any shift, there's going to be people that's uncomfortable because everybody ain't ready for change. And so I can see where, if you're telling me that this woman, this divine feminine energy, is about to give birth to the divine masculine, it's almost like it's saying, well, even be patient with the masculines because they are getting ready to be rebirthed. That masculine energy is getting ready to have a new face, it's going to have a new frequency, it's going to be, but consider when the babe first comes out, it's still learning, it's still in the learning phase. So I can understand where patience will be necessary. You see what I'm saying?
mm,
Because it's like They're going to have to learn how to speak from a certain position, learn how to react, when to react, how not to react. And I'm not just talking about men, y'all. I'm talking about the divine masculine energy. So this is within everybody. And so it's a learning process that's happening. And I feel like there is opposition to that. But this is a beautiful, I love that divine masculine came out because it's showing
Yes.
alignment is happening. That's what it's showing. Alignment
Yeah.
is happening. But as you can see, the divine feminine energy came first. And it's not
That's
shade.
right.
That with nature, it's a natural evolutionary process because I was having some fun with AI today, y'all. I don't know if some of y'all are playing with the AI thing and asking questions. Leave a 7 in the chat because I would love to see how many of you all are kind of tapping in and playing with this thing. So earlier I was thinking, I was like, you know what? If there were all women and the men had gone extinct, but before they went extinct, we all took a little bit of sperm, right? And froze it for a minute, right? I said, would the evolutionary process be able to continue? And he said, absolutely. Yes, absolutely. It will be able to continue with no problem. So I said, okay, because of course you all know with one ejaculation, typically that's over 100 million sperm. So I did the opposite and I asked, well, if there was no women and the men took an egg from every woman, would would we still be able to exist? And he was like, well, not exactly. Only if, because they're talking about the artificial wombs now, they're creating artificial wombs in labs. So he
Mm.
mentioned the only way that could happen is with the use of artificial wombs. So I said, well, what if we don't have that? Then no, it can't happen at all. So that just goes to show you that absolutely the woman, her essence, her energy, the divine feminine essence that exists within man and woman, because they have both the X and Y chromosome. They get the X from the woman. We have XX. It just shows you that this energy is very, very necessary. The divine feminine, the goddess frequency needs to be honored. It needs to be respected. You can't shun it. You
Mm-hmm.
can't shut it down. You can't silence it and say, no, you're meant to be silent and hear me. You can't control it. Let it emerge from within you and around you. Embrace it. Embrace that the divine feminine, the goddess, the mother, we are the teachers. Embrace
That's
it.
right.
It's okay to sit down and to hear, and I'm talking about women specifically, it's okay to let a woman teach. You can learn from a woman. Your mother was your first teacher.
That's right.
But it's also allowing that internal divine feminine essence to be your teacher as well. You don't have to be so
Mm-hmm.
hard up. You don't have to be controlling. You don't have to be so stiff. Just go with the flow of change. So this is the transformation that's happening here in Scorpio season. So, okay, I'm going to
Yeah.
take one more card. And then you could just tell me what you see, Jessica, and we're going to start letting people come through. So look at this. This is the Tower. So that's Scorpio
Ooh.
energy.
Oh, yes.
I don't
Yes.
know. This is definitely some trend, but this is divine intervention. This is coming from a place
Mm-hmm.
that cannot be controlled. It's like, no, you just got to go with it. Something is not stable and it must come down. So,
Mm.
what are you doing for the tower on your end?
Girl, I got lovers. But when I see this, because this is duality, this is two um kindred spirits, so this is major choice energy, major choices with people that you're supposed to have shared values with. Um, so getting the tower card before this is what's taking a hit. Relationships, right
Mm,
now. Um, some relationships are just sexual connections, that you got to cut off right now. Um, Partnerships, lovers, soulmates, people that you feel are soulmates, twin flames, you know.
mhm.
Like I said, it'll get worse if you don't move when you're supposed to. This is Scorpio season, and that's the severing of ties, you know, because it's like carrying dead weight, and a lot of times people don't miss you until you gone. You know what I mean? Like your energy leaves an imprint, but if you stay, it's gonna weigh you down.
Mhm.
You won't even feel important. You'll start doubting yourself, and that's not divine feminine energy. So yeah.
I agree 100%. So it really almost sounds like the energy is navigating towards the relationship
The
between man and
relationship.
woman. It really kind of
Mm-hmm.
sounds like that's what this is, where this is headed. So I do want to know, I love to see what's happening with the collective. Are y'all noticing shifts happening in your personal, intimate relationships between man and woman? If you're seeing that, I guess you could leave a six because the six represents the lover's card in the tarot deck. Are you seeing a shift in that area of your life? Um, because I can feel like that's the collective energy, and maybe there's, some forces behind the scenes that's trying to shake things up a little bit more to create more tension. But oof, y'all, them sixes is coming fast. Okay. So yeah,
Yes.
a lot of people are noticing shifts in their personal, intimate relationships. So you're not alone. It's not uncommon. Apparently something is happening planetary wise, or just with the energy in general, but we're moving into year one anyway, so consider that's a brand new
Yeah.
beginning. And remember the last message that I had brought forward about the fire horse year, right? We're talking about things are picking up. Okay, it's getting ready to be a lot of ego clashes. It may be some
Mm-hmm.
issues in your love. Well, it's really going to touch every area of people's lives, but it can be, it's the polarity to everything, so it could definitely be that fire that you need, where you got that creative spark and you're taking things and you're running with it and it's going to really take off. But on other sides, it's like ego clashes and like just a whole lot of passionate energy that could lead to, some things being cleared out of the way. So just get
Yeah.
ready for that. So let's just see. We can jump in then. I think we can go ahead. Did you have anything else you wanted to add, Jessica?
Um. No. No.
Okay, well, let me see. I'm going to add the first person to the stage. This is the Fear Snatcher. Okay, let's
Okay.
see. How you doing?
Her mic
Let me
is
see.
muted. Look.
Wow. Hey.
Hey, how
Hey.
you doing?
I'm thankful. Really grateful for this time and opportunity in this space. And it's my first time doing something like this.
Okay, well, we're
Can y'all
glad to
hear
have
me
you
okay?
here. Yes,
Okay.
yes, we can hear you pretty well. So let's see. Did you have anything specific that you wanted to look into? Where you calling from?
I am zooming from Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay, cool. Okay, all
Yeah.
right. So did you
Um,
have anything you wanted to look into?
well, first off, I want to say thank you for your obedience, both of you, both of y'all, for being a vehicle and a vessel of truth, love, and light. Your video, Shavi, has saved me and has just confirmed so many things that I needed to hear. Very seasonal, very timely, and I'm just really grateful for my spiritual team directing me to you and supporting me in my next chapter.
Thank you.
Um,
I appreciate
yeah,
that. Thank you.
I don't take it for granted. Like I pray and I give thanks for all the collective um, that do the thing that's uncomfortable but also rewarding.
Hmm.
You know. So, but the question, because I can ramble. I'm thankful for your last video, The Alchemist. I have definitely been doing the inner work, self mastery. Um, it's been a lot, and I'm thankful. I would like to know, like, what is my next chapter? Um, I am 34. I'll be 35 March 12th. So that's a 9, and then also one as a 1 year. So that's 1 in 9 that I'll be kind of juggling back and forth. New beginnings and leadership and independence. And so I would just like to know, like, what's my next chapter? What can I expect? What can I look forward to? Anything like that.
Okay. All right. Well, let's see. Look at that. So I'm starting off with the understanding. This is
Hmm.
interesting because you're going to have a lot of clarity about why it's okay to be free from something or a mindset,
Mm-hmm.
and you're going to feel very confident in taking flight. And as you can see, there's other birds that's flying towards this one that's freeing itself. So it's like you will be joining forces with other like-minded people that you can trust. But it's a sense of freedom. That's what you can look forward to. But it's you freeing yourself. It's not necessarily anything outside of you, because you can see the cage
Right.
here, but it's removing illusions as well. You can look forward to certain illusions being cleared from your vision. So you'll be able to see that, hey, I've always had an escape route. There was always a way for me to rise higher, because anytime you think about a cage, it's showing like being boxed in or not being able to really freely move around and express yourself like you want to. So something that kept you caged in is getting ready to be removed, and you're going to see that it was never really a blockage. It might have been just something going on internally that kind of kept you uh
Lesson learned.
where you might have restricted yourself in some way.
Okay.
What are you getting, Jessica?
So that well, as you was talking, this card just flew out and hit me here. This is the chosen card. So to get
Mm,
understanding, I feel like spirit is telling me to tell you that you need to understand that you are chosen
Right.
without a doubt. And
Yeah,
all your understanding, I get that understanding. Because
that's right.
things has come to you to try to shake you and had you questioning, dang, am I really meant to be on this path? You have a warrior spirit.
Hmm.
The chosen one, this girl look like she's in a Queen of Swords energy. Like, I'll chop your head off if you come for me.
mhm,
So
Oh, goodness.
in reverse though, see, yeah, wrong path. It says it here. This is what it says in reverse. I don't know if y'all can see that good, but wrong path. Some had you questioning, but see, that questioning kind of had you in a cage. It had you
Yeah, boxed
like
in.
taking things out of your mouth, and you was taking hits, believe it or not, to your auric field, and
Yeah,
it weakens you. You know,
yeah,
so understand that you have a calling. You are a guide. You have a warrior spirit.
yeah,
Okay, and you were called for such a time as this. You do have a divine mission.
yeah. I
So
received
stay
that.
authentic.
I received
Stay
that.
authentic and powerful. Stand in your strength,
Yeah,
you know, because you
yeah,
got it.
yeah.
yeah.
I just want to add to that because you mentioned the Queen of Swords, and I was kind
Mm-hmm.
of picking up even with this card that came out with the understanding. It's like you're going to be so sure of what you know
Mm.
that the next level up looks like you communicating that openly. It's something about communication that I'm also picking up for you. So you're going to likely, if you feel like you're in the shadows right now, because even when I look at the inner, not your energy directly, but I'm looking at the darkness of the screen. I'm reading your screen as a card right in front of me, right? You're not meant to be in the shadows. It's something about this understanding that brings you into the light. So if you felt like you've been kind of hiding in the shadows, that's not where you belong. There's
Right.
something that you're meant to speak and project, and you're meant to be in the spotlight with that.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that makes sense. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's been confirmed a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
My screen is blurry. I wish y'all could see me more clearly, but
No, it's no problem at all. You don't have to make any
Mm-hmm.
adjustments. I'm just
okay.
saying that I'm looking at your screen like a tarot card. I see everything as a tarot card, right? So it's like with your name, you're entitled. You call yourself the fear snatcher. So it's like
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're here to help
Okay.
bring forward some sort of truth. That's the sort of truth that you
Yeah.
was talking about, Jessica, as the
Uh-huh.
warrior. She's the
Yeah.
warrior here to show people like you're a warrior too. You don't operate in fear, but the truth that's
hmm,
going to come from you is going to be very bold. It's going to be very
Mm-hmm.
sharp. Okay, it's you know it's but
hmm,
it's going to be that
Mm-hmm.
necessary band-aid ripper that says like, no, we're not.
Yeah.
You don't need to coddle this. We need to get into this truth here. So I can see you doing that. But I hope this brought you some clarity. Did you have anything
hmm,
that you need to add here?
hmm. No, that's it. I'm grateful to even be on here and to read, to have the ears to hear, and the heart, and the mind, the spirit to be present. So I'm grateful. Thank you.
All right, you're very welcome. It was good talking to you.
You too. See you next
All
time.
right, absolutely. Okay, let's see here. So hold on, baby. I'm on live here. All right. Let's see. So we have Kay. Let me add Kay to the stage. How you doing, Kay?
Peace, Queens. How are y'all?
I
Well, yes. Let's see. Where you calling from?
I'm in Rochester, New York.
Oh, okay.
in New
New York
York.
in the house. Okay. All right. Very nice. So did you have anything that you wanted to look into today?
Yes, I first just wanted to acknowledge Scorpio season. Definitely. My birthday is November 3rd. And
Oh, happy.
thank you. Your last couple of readings last night and on 9/9 both hinted at me ending a toxic loop with my father. Oh, heck, almost made me cry, but thank you. Like you're never wrong. Like I don't look for you to be wrong, but you've always been right since I've been listening to your readings. Um, but aside from that, I'm a mother of a child with special needs. My son is getting ready to be 18, and I'm entering this last year of schooling for him. And I just want to know does how do I say it? What does spirit need me to know about my path and my responsibility towards my son as it relates to the goals that I continue to kind of put on the back burner because of my responsibility to him every day.
Okay, let's see.
And I'm sorry, my voice is trembling. I'm nervous, but then I'm trying to hold back tears too. So
No,
thank you
it's
for
all right. You
receiving
gotta
me.
let it flow. What is this song on Whitney? Waiting to Exhale. Let it flow, let it flow, let it flow. Okay, you got to exhale. Maybe you need to do some deep breathing too. You know, just for that song to come up. But let me see. Look at that. So you have the card of sharing. So this is like first of all, your harvest, the seeds that you've planted as a caretaker to your son, but you're not just a giver to your son. You come off like the type of person where you're just a giver in general. Even if you don't have it, you're going to listen, you're going to give advice. You just come off like you have that giving, nurturing spirit. So you came into this lifetime to project that energy. That's who you are. That's your essence. And so because of that, this is an overflow harvest where there is no lack at all. So even though, your son has special needs and, you may be his caretaker for, a long period of time, there is no lack around you. Everything that you're going to need in order to embark on your creative ideas, you're going to have all of that and more than enough to give to yourself, to give to him, to give to your creative pursuits, your purpose, your mission, all of that. This is a gift. When I see this card, it reminds me of like the Empress, abundance
Yeah, I
everywhere.
was just thinking divine feminine energy.
Yeah.
Yes, abundance
Yeah.
all around. So you're not going to feel depleted. So right now, are you feeling, is there a sense of lack? Do you feel like there's not enough of you to go around or not enough of resources to?
Well, to be totally candid, October 24th made a year that I've been unemployed and I can't work because of my son. I have to be, available when he's in school in case there's an emergency. And I just have not found trustworthy people that I can trust to hire with the resources that are available in this state, to be able to alleviate me of that time. And my parents says it all. I'm exhausted, So I know you mentioned on one reading about, it's okay to dial up your avatar, and a lot of times, self care is a figment of imagination to a caretaker of a child with special needs. It's not that we don't want to, it's just we're exhausted, by the time all the responsibilities are met, sometimes you just want to take a shower and sit down, and a lot of times I end my evenings, with you, that's what I make sure I do. I'm reading, I'm writing down the messages, that you give, I'm burning them. And a lot of times I cut on a sound bath. That's how I end my night, so.
Yes, yes. Well, what did you have to add, Jessica? Because I'm gonna ask her a couple more questions. I wanted to gauge some information from you in a minute, but I want to see what you got, Jessica.
Well, you say you was a Scorpio,
Yes, ma'am.
right? Well, right now you've been in solitude, so you're right where you need to be.
That's my favorite song right now, the version by Samara Joy, the young jazz artist. I listen to that song all the time. It's so funny you said that.
Solitude. That's your spiritual team speaking to you. Um, so this is time. That was how long have you said it's been a year of unemployment? So
Yes, ma'am.
recalculating, um, grounding yourself, centering yourself, new perspective. And earlier when you was when you were talking, I heard it's something you're supposed to be creating right now.
Mhm.
But once you ground yourself in solitude and you start saying to yourself, you know what, it's okay. It's okay that I'm going through this Pluto energy, this Scorpio energy. I'm a Scorpio. I can handle this. Intensity is my name. Now ground yourself in solitude and stand as the divine feminine because this energy came out um, with sharing. And what I wanted to say was sharing. At one point, you could have been an overgiver.
Oh, yes.
Like it's giving, 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 giving. So you had to go, you had to be like sat down so that you could see yourself. See, the queen, the empress knows when to give and when to keep um something for later, keeping something for me. So
Okay.
you need to compartmentalize things, everything, right
Okay.
about now, because you are the empress, whether you know it or not.
Thank
That's
you.
who you are. So I would say to you, um, new perspective,
Mm.
new perspective.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yeah, and recognizing that pockets of, time is also an illusion, that it's not linear like people want you to believe. So you may not feel like you have enough time in the day to pursue your mission or your creative ideas, but consider anytime you're giving yourself the ability to rest, to get grounded, to do your burn and releasing, to light your candles, you are literally taking steps toward the overall vision. Anytime
Okay.
you nurture your son and you care for him from a space of love and you wake up with this energy of gratitude, you are nurturing the seeds that you've already planted. So don't feel like
Yeah.
you're exchanging one thing for the other.
Okay.
All of what you're doing right now is planting seeds towards the greater whole. That's why the harvest is here. Because you might be like, well, where's it going to come from? Because I haven't had time to focus on that
Yeah.
particular.
Yeah.
You're already planting the seeds.
Okay.
It doesn't look the way people think it's supposed to look. We're looking at it from that perspective of, okay, the 9 to 5, we clock in, we are getting paid hourly. So I'm putting in the work, I'm getting paid after 2 weeks. The spiritual abundance that comes in, that spiritual harvest looks totally different. The time, the seeds that gets planted comes through your energy. It comes through your gratitude. It comes through your spiritual work that you are doing. It comes through the time that you need to rest and actually give yourself permission to do that.
Yes.
Look at it from that perspective and you'll know that you are breaking ground. You are making progress. I want to pull
Yes.
a card for you though. Let me see. So this says possibilities. So it's endless. They just want you to see, like, hold on, if you go from a bird's eye view, because this is the eagle, so it shows that you're very powerful. If you look from the vantage point of
Mhm.
an eagle, you'll be looking down like, oh shoot, I didn't even realize I could do it that way. I could do it this way.
Mhm.
I was just looking at it from this perspective, straight ahead.
Mhm.
You're being called to rise above your situation and see there's so many different avenues you can take with this, and trust and believe whichever one you choose. I don't care whichever one you choose, as long as it keeps you on a high vibrational frequency, your
Mhm.
spiritual team is going to make sure that you see the abundance that's supposed to come. They're not going to hold your inheritance back from you, but they just want you to get into that mindset of remembering this is
Mhm.
all an illusion. It's not supposed to unfold the way that they said it's supposed to unfold. It's supposed to unfold based on what I'm destined to have. My inheritance is
Yes.
mine because I
Yeah.
deserve it. I've earned it. So don't get overly caught up. But I did want to ask you, what's your life path number? Do you know?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Okay, whenever you get a chance, look into your life path number. Do you know what your purpose is, or you're still trying to find what that is?
Oh, I'm a writer. Actually, I've been working on 5 books for the past 10 years, off and on. So,
Mhm.
so yeah, I get back to it every once in a while, but they're coming. I'm about to be 45, and I have a goal of releasing all 5 of them by 50 because I got to get them out my system.
Wow, so
Mhm.
you definitely multitask. 5?
Mhm.
Okay, so I mean, some of the best writers, they take a few years to write one. So you talking about writing 5? So I can see why.
Yes, Toni
But
Morrison is my
is it
inspiration. She started
okay?
later in life, so yeah.
Okay, and don't shoot. 45 is not later in life. It is
Oh,
not.
yes, ma'am.
I'm serious because I'm looking at like 60, 70. They look good. They're energized.
Yes.
It's a new age
Mhm.
now. People are aging way
Oh
different.
yeah.
So, um, but yes, so I definitely see you're going to be in a position where you can share
Mhm.
everything that comes to you. You're not going to feel overwhelmed or feeling like you're over giving or being depleted. None of that. You're going to feel like there's enough harvest to go around to be able to contribute to all of your creative pursuits. So yeah, definitely check into your life path number as well.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
All right. I'm glad you reached out, Kay. You take good care of yourself.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Thank both of you.
You're welcome.
Peace, Queens.
Let's see. So now we have, I think it's Shu. Let's see. All right. Can you hear me?
Yes, how you doing?
I'm great. How you
Yeah.
doing? Is your
Hello.
name pronounced Shu, right? I'm saying it right.
Yes, indeed. Good to meet
Okay,
y'all, Jessica and Shelby. How y'all doing today?
Yeah,
that's right.
I'm fine.
Doing well. Where you calling from?
From Space City, Houston, Texas.
Okay.
Okay.
To the
South.
house. So what do you want to look into today?
I don't have any particular question. I was just really, well, I just have a lot of gratitude to really extend to your platform because a lot of what you're saying connects with a lot of the first law of nature, self-preservation type thing. And
Hmm.
self-preservation is like when I hear the sister talking about, the different images as far as the emperor or the empress, that's always self-preservation that comes to mind. So yeah, I was like, when you said on your shirt, you said, straight out of religion, for instance,
Hmm.
which turns around a lot of the rhetoric about, gangster rap and like how words affect people and the weaponization of our music and our culture against each other instead of our enemy, which is more important to distinguish that. So just had
Absolutely.
gratitude for that. Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny you mentioned that because I was literally talking about that today, and I was like, should I mention that on this podcast? But I guess I could, right? So where I was talking to Don Robinson about that today, and Don is from In Vogue. And we're actually going to have her on the podcast next week. Well, this week, Thursday, she's going to come on and we're going to talk about the industry and we're going to talk about the frequencies of music and things like that. So the fact that you mentioned that, it's all in alignment. But we can do a general reading, but I'll just put that out there for y'all. If you want to join, that's going to be at 7 o'clock on Thursday coming up. Okay. So I'll be putting that post in the link for y'all to tap in. It'll be live as well. So let's look into, I'm just going to pull some random cards for you, just a general message then, since you don't have any specific questions, Shu. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, so let's see. So you have the card of totality. Totality.
Mhm.
So it looks like you're being called to join forces with new energy because here it's like they're releasing themselves. Somebody was holding on to your energy, first of all, is from this end. Releasing yourself from something to grab hands with a new frequency, a new energy, a new way of thinking. And the energy is far more, the vibration is different. That's why there's strong emphasis of like here, grabbing hands with this new energy. So you may find that there's a shedding of like friendships and, certain relationship dynamics are having to be put to rest. If you find that there's somebody trying to hold on to your energy, it's because they might be very intimidated at the idea of you changing and merging with other people who's going to have, help you to keep that light frequency high. So people that vibe with the new version of who you're becoming is really what I'm saying. So it could also be like a tug of war within yourself. You got the old version of Shu and the new version of Shu, but you're being called to align with the new version, and that puts you in a different set of friendships, friend groups, relationships, and things like that. So the totality is just showing you're coming into a wholeness and you're going to have to align with people that value that. But what do you have on your end, Jessica?
Well, I want to say when I was shuffling the deck here, the Libra card, as I was splitting it, was at the bottom of the deck. Then, as I decided not to use this deck, the Justice card came out for you. So there could be like a tug of war of trying to find a balance um with you. Um Tapping into like ancient wisdom of purity and truth. And you know what I'm saying, just transcending cycles and just you know what I mean, like finding that balance to but then the black sheep card came out, breaking the generational curses as well. So
Mm.
and this is like millionaire energy because it says legacy, new bloodline, but taking it step. But there's like a balance that needs to take place with you. You know what I mean? Finding that grounding, being able to decipher the truth. You know what I mean?
What's the name of the card that you pulled, Jessica?
The justice card
Oh,
and
okay.
breaking generational curses.
Mm.
Mm.
Have you done any rituals specifically to clear generational curses?
That's more or less my business model at this point. I think that's why I was, pretty much I'm answering a call by coming on the platform and seeing that it's like crossroads for me. I'm always kind of guided to go into the unknown, but also when I get through it, certain things haven't been demonstrated as far as for our culture. So I was like, a lot of stuff that I developed, I put it like I put it in the ground, and if sometimes it'll reap something, sometimes it won't. But more so dealing with storing things away for a time like this. A lot of the real work was it wasn't on the internet. It was like it's like really just stuff that needs to be done in the world and in nature. So I spent a lot of time doing that, and practical means was people should probably see if they got certain things in the vicinity, like greenhouse. If you connect with your local greenhouse, that might be very helpful at this time, and stocking up on seeds and pottery and certain things like that. So I was always the guy sitting back in the class, and like I knew the teacher was supposed to be respected, but not necessarily to be trusted.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you're already in alignment with your mission then.
Mm-hmm.
So it just
Yes.
sounds like you definitely want to still consider doing the generational curse breaking, or it could also indicate that you're bringing balance, you're restoring balance because you are the generational curse breaker. But if you haven't done a specific ritual, you can definitely email me. I have a ritual that typically, I always send to everybody for that specifically. If there's any type of spiritual warfare that's trying to block you specifically from carrying out your mission, that's why I was saying that energy that's trying to hold on to you versus the energy that you're being called to navigate towards. You see what I'm saying? So just consider that as well. But you definitely sound like you're pretty well versed and you have a clear understanding of what's going on out here. So I'm glad you reached out, Shu.
Yeah, appreciate it.
All right, take care.
You too.
All right, so let's see here. We have Maria. How you doing, Maria?
Yes. Hi, ladies.
Hello.
Thank you so much for your wonderful channel, Shavi, and your presence, and yours as well, Jessica. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I
My
appreciate that. So
pleasure.
where you calling from, Maria?
St. Paul, Minnesota.
Okay, cool. All right, very good. So we'll go ahead and jump in. So is there a specific thing you want us to look into for you?
Yes. Just wondering what spirit kind of messages would be coming from spirit as I approach next week, another new year of my life. I'm a Scorpio too.
Okay.
Okay,
So
happy
let's
birthday.
see.
Your birthday is
Thank
coming
you.
up?
Yeah, next week. So
Oh, nice.
um,
Okay.
I'm getting up there. I just want to see what kind of message spirit has for me now into my new year.
All right. Well, let's see.
Hmm.
You can go ahead and kick it off, Jessica.
Well, I got the Mercury card and the Queen of Fire.
Oh.
So it's something with communication with you. This is Gemini and Virgo energy. This is actually the messenger of God. This is, do you write, speak? What do you do? Do you have a
Well,
channel or is anything you're working on?
only thing that presently that I'm working on, well, I was thinking of trying to start a channel of my own, but I haven't
Mhm.
quite mapped it out yet. But
Okay.
what I enjoy doing and what my angle is graphics with art. I went to school for that,
Yeah.
but never got work in it. And I'm working on creating images. And so that's what I really want to focus on right now.
Okay.
Graphic arts. Mhm.
Because this is that's still technology, right?
Mhm.
Graphics and all that stuff. So yeah. So
Mhm.
this Queen of Fire, when I look at this, I see like a candle that's been like just lit, and it's like a flame is doing this. So when you say that's what you really want to do, that's why this Queen of Fire card is here. Um, this energy is something that brings you joy. I would say stay optimistic about whatever it is that path, and don't give up on it, because you never know.
Okay.
And that's the queen of, you said that's the queen of fire.
Fire, Queen of
So it's
Wands,
like
in
wands. Oh, I see.
um,
Okay.
yeah,
Mercury representing,
that Gemini and Virgo energy.
okay. Well, let me see, because that's definitely giving
Right.
creativity. Like you're definitely meant to
Yes.
move on that energy. And it sounds like you have that fire in your belly now. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
there's something that's urging you, like, okay, it's almost like double dutch, like, okay, should I jump in? Is it time now? So you might be going back and forth with the energy, but something is awakening within you that's saying, go ahead and do it, and
Yes.
take action now. So you're very fiery. So it could, even though you're a Scorpio, right? You're Scorpio, but
Mm-hmm.
it's showing that Queen of Wands energy. So that's fire energy. You see what I'm saying? So the
Mm-hmm.
Queen of Wands is highly creative, and whenever she
Mm-hmm.
feels inspired to do something, she taps into that confidence and that courage, that passion, and she uses
Mm-hmm.
that force of energy to push her into getting things done. So you're being called to really move on that energy if that's what you're feeling right now. So I have the
Mm-hmm.
card of awareness on my end.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like there is a little bit of shadow work that would have to be done to burn through some apprehension or maybe what might be considered some fears here.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm going to tap in to see what is the shadow in the background, because let me see.
Okay.
Okay, so it's clarified by control.
Mm-hmm.
So either you're being called to be more flexible and to just be free flowing in your energy and not try to control the narrative or to not feel like it has to be done this way. Because sometimes when you're getting ready to create a social media channel that you want to create, right, you can be overly concerned about the details, the specifics.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, do I have what I need? Is it going to be XYZ? Do I know how to navigate this way or that way? Maybe you're overthinking, or it can be that some other force, a shadowy force, wants to keep you in the shadows. They don't want you to emerge here. So you don't have any external energies around that might want to keep you in the shadows or dim your light.
I'm gonna probably say, if anything, maybe my father. He's, elderly, and I moved in after my mom passed away. He's in good condition, really in good shape, but there's a little bit of control stuff there.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. So
but
does it,
yeah.
because with your channel, is your channel going, because this says awareness, is it going to be like
Hmm.
bringing awareness to certain issues and helping to shift narratives, or is it about something totally different?
And I wanted to be like a combination of that and
Mm.
something creative.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but also I wanted to bring forth something that has to do with guidance or help in some kind of way, advice of some kind.
Yes.
But yep. Hmm.
Okay. So it could be like certain traditional beliefs or other people's projected fears, might still kind of linger, like residual energy. I would strongly suggest that you do some burning and releasing to clear out any, traditional belief systems or anything that could prevent you from projecting your most authentic self, your most authentic truth.
Hmm. Hmm.
And maybe even considering doing a cord cutting with anyone that might want to try to latch
Mhm.
onto your energy and keep you in the shadows. So you would
Hmm.
know,
Hmm. Hmm.
grandma, granddad, they all get it, it don't matter.
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
that's what I'm saying here. I'll just take one more. Let me see. Um, the dream. So it's like you don't want to be in this energy where you're just seeing
Yeah.
it like, oh,
And
that
time
could be me. I could see
passing
myself
by.
doing that. You see what I'm saying? But not necessarily jumping into it. Because if you could see
Hmm.
it, then of course you can create it. You've already created it if you
Hmm.
saw it. It's just a matter of
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
pulling it to 3D experience. So you're
Hmm.
definitely being called activate that Queen of Wands energy within you, that fire energy, and you're good to go.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm glad you reached out, Maria. You take good care
Thank
of
you so
yourself.
much. Thank you. Thank you, ladies.
You're
All
welcome.
right. You're welcome.
Thank you.
All right. Let's see here. So we have Remedy. Remedy. Hello. Uh-oh. You gotta
Mike is
unmute your
muted.
mic.
Hi.
Hi.
All right. How you doing, Remedy?
Good. I'm in the laundromat. I gotta step out for a minute, I guess.
Okay. All right. Where you calling from?
Orlando, Florida.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
That's where I
Okay.
live.
You was in the
Yeah,
house. And did you
Orlando.
have
From
anything specific
Pensacola, from Florida.
from Florida? Okay. All right. So
Yeah.
did you have anything specific you want to look into today?
I was thinking about it. I don't know. Um, well, I'm kind of going through some things in my life, living situations. It's been a while. I've been just, I feel like spirits led me on a path that I'm sure of, but not sure of when it comes to my next move of, stability and home and just, I don't know where I'm headed. I'm in school and everything. I'm kind of just here and there when it comes to home life. And I just had a situation where I had things in storage, and out of the blue, I just lost my everything I've ever owned in my entire life is pretty much gone type of situation.
Mm,
And so now the old me would have cried about it, but the new me is like, I know it's for a reason, and I still,
Mm-hmm.
throughout the days I feel some sort of way because I know that I have a cling on to things issue. I also feel like I've been a hoarder throughout my life. Like, I had a huge storage unit with like a bunch of stuff. So it's pretty much just that.
well, let me tell you a quick little situation that happened for me personally. Very similar to what you're dealing with. When I was staying in a hotel room with my children for 2 years, we put all of my furniture and stuff in storage, right? And
Yeah.
by the time I got ready to leave that hotel room, I just knew, like, okay, I'm about to get my stuff out of storage, because when I get a place, I got everything I need. Not.
Yeah.
The people went in and said everything was mildewed. Everything had mildew. I didn't know that you needed a storage unit that had ventilation. So I lost,
Mm-hmm.
at least I thought I lost. We use that word, I'm using it loosely. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I thought I lost everything, but when I look back at it, it was a lot of energy attached to that stuff. You see what I'm saying? A
Yeah.
lot of
Yeah, I've been
old
feeling
energy
that.
that was attached to that stuff that wasn't supposed to be with me. And it's funny because
Mhm.
now when I look back, I don't even remember what the hell was in there. Okay. So it's like, you, as long
And
as you
that's
learn, huh?
And I'm like, that's what I'm dealing with. Like, is every day something new I think about. I'm like, oh, my guitar was in there. Oh, this was in there. And I keep, and then it's just, but then I keep trying to stop myself from those emotions and jump into, I know like something's better for me. Something better is coming. All those things I lost, all my clothes, all my everything.
Mm-hmm.
But it is things I've been holding on to for a long time. Like, things that I've kept, like, 10, 15 years type of stuff. So, and I
Yes,
know
yes.
the energy behind it. And there's things that the old me, things that I collected that I had come into my life be based on the old person I was, the things that how the way that I got those things. So I felt like that's part of why those things had to leave my life, because the
Mm-hmm.
way that I even got those things aren't the same energy that I carry with me now.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, absolutely. And you're just making room. That's really what's
Yeah.
happening. You're just making room,
Mm-hmm.
releasing certain things and just making room for new. But go ahead, Jessica. You already pulled a couple of cards on your end.
Yeah, I got four cards here. Clean slate is what I have as far as your guidance, energy. Your spirit wants you to know that you're being pushed to start over anew. Just starting right over clean slate. You're being pushed into the Queen of Earth energy, the Queen of Pentacles. So learning how to do better, like with resources, this is the energy that you're going to have to materialize. So to materialize something, it's like you're going to have to take on the energy. And when I say take on that energy, you're going to do it in Aries energy. This is being fiery, bold, and independence. Um, Being a leader when it comes down to like your material things that you have now. I'm hearing good stewardship, being a good steward. Even though what you feel like what you have is not much, but you're gonna have a lot, because the Queen of Pentacles is very successful. It's just that right now you're going through a karmic storm, and then up under this is the Pluto energy. So you're in alignment. You're right where you need to be. So death, but after death is the rebirth.
Mhm.
So yeah, just make sure your heart is you're vibrating high. You know what I mean? Just vibrate high. The shadow, it don't feel good at all, but just embrace where you are. Feel it. Release what needs to be released energetically. Stay in gratitude, and smile when you don't feel like smiling. You know. So
Yeah,
yeah.
and with that use, because you had the clean slate card, it reminds me of the Fool card. And
Mm-hmm.
Give me
consider,
a
if you
second.
think
I'm
about the
losing
Fool card,
volume. Give me a second. Um, say something.
can you hear me?
Okay. I don't know. The volume went really low.
Hmm. Somebody don't want you to get this message.
Oh, I think maybe
Yeah.
because it attached to my headphone. Hold on, let me turn off my Bluetooth, see if that helps.
Okay.
I'm 1 o'clock.
Okay.
Yes. Can you hear me?
No.
So you
One,
might have
one
to, I,
second.
I can still, let me see. Okay. Um, because this is going to be recorded. So you can always come back and listen to the recording if you're not able to rectify it on your end, Remedy, which, yeah, that's an interesting name, the Remedy. Yeah. She has the
Yeah.
remedy to her situation already. It's in her name.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going to, because she's already gone. Frozen. But what I was going to say, Remedy, is that that's the Fool card energy. So the Fool card is someone who's carrying a very small pouch. They're about to take the leap of faith off of a bridge, and they're carrying the bare minimum. And actually, I'm looking at the after tarot, Jessica. So it's like this. She's already jumped, but still holding on. That's the
Yeah.
energy that I'm getting. She's already taken the leap of
Mm-hmm.
faith, but still kind of holding on. And I was going to say,
Yeah.
with that small pouch that the Fool typically carries, that keeps you light in your energy when you're not weighed down with a whole bunch of things, whether it's internal or external. So that
Yeah.
clearing out is necessary because the Fool card is the number 0, which represents that clean slate that you was talking about. So
Mm-hmm.
it just feels like things are just being moved out of the way. If you've been over there manifesting, Remedy, and you've been asking for change, and you've been calling in your inheritance and things of that nature,
Yeah.
you can anticipate that those things that you used to have would have just been in the way. And you have
Mm-hmm.
already admitted that in some ways you felt like you was hoarding things, you was holding on to things that you should have gotten rid of a long time ago. So again, it carries
Yes.
certain energy that just can't go with you. So if you want to really be motivated, pull up that Fool card energy, and it'll show you what you need to embody. I would strongly suggest you burn and release all scarcity mindset and lack mentality, fear of letting go of the past, and work on your solar plexus chakra as well, your confidence and your courage. So that's what I have here. So let me see. I'm going to bring Wisdom up to the stage. How you doing, Wisdom?
Hey, Wisdom.
Uh-oh,
Ye-
you're on mute.
Yes. Shavi and Jessica, thank you so much for having me.
Oh, you're welcome.
Um, I actually got your message today the message you did today that said you're going to be on live. This is my first live with you, so I'm excited.
Okay. Well, thank you for
Um,
joining.
Thank you. So your message resonated with me today because I did speak. I had to speak and put somebody in place, one of my leaders, my supervisor, as a matter of fact. But my question mainly is I just had a solar return in October 5th, and I
Okay.
went home. Home is Jamaica for me.
Hmm.
Thank
Okay.
you. And so I went home, and while I was there, it felt like I was in a postcard. It felt surreal. One of the things that happened was I got really bitten up by mosquitoes and bugs on my lower extremity, lower legs, mainly there, which left scars, red blotches. And I was contemplating moving back home. I'm an empty nester. And so that to me was something that I really wanted to have answered what that significance of the lower extremities, my root, why just those areas were attacked? Or was it telling me that I didn't belong there to move back? Or was it signifying that I should move back home?
Let's see. So you mentioned the root, and you happen to be wearing red.
Mhm.
So, I mean, it could be putting strong emphasis on you working on your root chakra, so that you know you're secure, you're safe, you're protected, regardless of what part of the globe you choose to go to,
Yeah.
But let's just see. Wow, look at that. Queen of Pentacles. And is she not wearing all red? So I strongly sense that it'll set you up in a really good position. Like, either you're already in a very good position financially to where once you go there, life will be very easy. Like you're stable, you're secure. You see what I'm saying? You don't have to worry about anything. I'm not picking up any type of chaotic energy, any type of interference. I'm picking up that these are your roots. That's where it all started, right? You was born in Jamaica. So
Correct.
you're going back to your roots here.
Yes.
Um, you may even discover some sort of gift or something about working with nature or doing something here out in nature. It's going to inspire you to do something here that could also increase your wealth. So it could have just been saying, like, yeah, it could be little annoyances that don't want to see this happen for you, but those are things
Mhm.
that easily rectified. You swat them away, put a little bit of alcohol and some good natural oils on there, and it clears it up really fast. But I can definitely see where you're stable. I see good energy
Oh,
for you
wow.
moving back
Mhm.
home. What are you getting, Jessica?
Well, I got the Virgo energy that came out for you. Um,
That's my
are
dad.
you aware of any spiritual gifts that you have?
Yes.
Okay. So when you go back, that's what you'll be tapping into.
Mm,
I got the I put the cards back. I don't know why I did that. I think I got distracted. But Floodgates card came out. Spiritual
mm.
gifts came out. Um, but
It
anyway,
amplified while I was there. Um, and I was able to hear, see,
mm,
feel different energies while I was there.
but see, it's like your current energy is vagabond. And it's
Mm,
like that you have purpose because it says vagabonds wander with purpose, embracing the freedom of the journey. So it's
mm.
like you're wandering. You just feel like you're just moving around now. But see, when you go back, your purpose is what's going to just hit you like it did when you were there.
Wow.
Regardless of the distractions. So yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, you're
Thank
going to be
you.
firmly rooted. Like you're getting back to your origin, and like you said, the spiritual downloads just started flowing through. This is exactly where you belong. I mean, it looks beautiful. Your surroundings will be very beautiful. You're
Hmm.
just
Mm.
like you seem like the type of person that loves the luxury. You know how to put it all together. So I definitely see you're going to feel very, very confident in what you've created, more confident in yourself. I can even see you looking at yourself and saying, wow, this is what it's like, the wind, the air, the water, something is going to shift for you, the food right now. But I feel like you're going to be looking at yourself like, oh, I should have been back home. It's something about the energy that just gets you right back into your
Yeah.
natural vibe here. So I would definitely say it's a yes based on what I'm pulling here. I would say go with what you feel.
Gratitude. Thank you, ladies. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Shavi. Thank you,
You're
Jessica.
welcome.
Appreciate
You're
you.
welcome.
Take care of
All right.
yourself.
All the best to you guys.
Thank you. All right, let's see here. I'm going to bring Tara up. Let me see. I'm going to put it on mute for 1 second here. How you doing, Tara?
Hi.
Hi, Tara.
All right. Where you
It's
calling?
Tara.
Tara.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
Tara.
My apologies. Okay.
You're fine. People say it all the time like that.
All
That's
right.
so
Where you
funny.
calling
I'm from Jackson, Michigan.
from?
Okay.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. Well, we can jump right in. Jessica, you can kick it off because I got to correct my babies real quick. But what would you like to look into?
So this situation that I'm in right now, so Shavi, I want to say that I've been watching you for 10 plus years. Like I've been watching you for what? Like since 2016, 2017. Like you kicked off my journey,
Wow.
like
Okay.
yeah, like you kicked off my journey like to truth because when I found out I was pregnant with my daughter, um I had a lot going on. I was homeless, I was dealing with a lot, and I that's how I stumbled into consciousness. And so your videos started popping up, and they kind of disappeared for like I want to say maybe 4 or 5 years, and I was dealing with a lot of stuff and was just lost. And then recently, like I was thinking about ending it all. And you popped back up on my timeline, and I was like, oh my God, like she's like the beginning, like she's how I started the journey. So, like, it was like you came back, and as you've been in my life, you've helped me to put myself back on track because the situation that I'm in is this could be like a book. It is so scary, and it's uplifting, and it's healing, and it's just it's a lot. It's a lot. But I just need help to figure out how to get out of this situation because I'm surrounded by karmics to the point where it made me feel like I was a karmic, but I've been um dealing with so much sabotage. I've been under attack like really really heavy, and it's because I know that I was sent here to help to uplift people in a way where I can be a part of the rebuild when it comes to like when the system is removed because it's being removed, but I know that I'm a part of the rebuild for a new system that works with us and our planet. Like I speak to the trees, I sing to the trees. I'm a singer and I'm a songwriter and I'm a writer, and I sing to the trees, and mother, she hears me. So like I'm battling with constant sabotage all the time, and it's so heavy. It's so heavy. And so I just want to figure out how to get out of this because it's my family.
Okay. So it
Mm.
sounds like you're surrounded by a lot of people that's triggering some things that still is still present. You see what I'm saying? Not saying that you're not doing everything possible to keep your vibes high, but where you want to start, a lot of times it's not the external situation because you might feel like, shoot, I already tried this, I tried that, I don't know what to do next. So if you feel like you're stuck where it's not a whole lot of options externally, your spiritual team is saying go internal and clean up. That way
Mhm.
you vibe so high that you vibe out of that environment. Like things will
Yeah.
naturally have to shift. Universal law. It'll have to shift to align with who you have
Mhm.
become. But there's something there, some sort of residual energy. So I do want to tap in and see what is that residual energy. Okay.
Okay.
Um, so let me see.
I'm dealing with like Jesus cult type deal.
Mm,
Literally like a cult energy. I'm in the pillar of my home. Like this is the original, like my grandparents' home. So like this is the
Mhm.
pillar of where it started. The church destroyed our family.
mhm.
Wow.
So they're in opposition to the path that you're taking, is what you're saying.
Yes, they do not believe me. They think that I'm a kook.
Look at what I'm
But they're
looking at.
learning.
I'm holding the deck up, so I'm going to tell you what's showing up here. It's oh my gosh, yeah, you ain't lying. You are not lying. This energy right here, you got a lot of opposing forces. Look at this. You got the 7 of Wands first. Look at all those energies there. You have the 9 of Swords, which is also spiritual warfare. It's not just the people in your 3D environment, it's also spiritual.
Yep.
And then you also have the 5 of Wands, which is also competitive energy. But I'm going to tell you one thing, spiritual work you do, I ain't going to talk about your family. I almost said something.
No,
They're
these
going to
cockroaches. Is that what you wanted to say? These cockroaches?
let you say it is cockroaches, okay?
Because that's what it
They're
is.
listen, don't have your family emailing me because I ain't got time. But they're going to get tired. You see how they go from having all of this energy to cause all of this chaos. You're the one right here in the middle fighting back, like and you have all of them surrounding, ganging up. But then that energy is way calmer. But it's the last man standing.
Yeah.
They're
And
going to
hi,
get tired.
Jess. I'm sorry. Hi, Jess. I apologize.
Oh, girl, you fine.
I
Hello.
apologize. How you doing?
I'm fine.
I just
It's good.
I can't. If man, I don't. I feel like I'm in the point where I can't even create here, and it's gonna be successful because like my social medias have been attacked. Like things that I've lost. I've lost my car. My car just like I had a job, and a week later my car broke down. Like it's just everything has been stripped from me. My grandmother wants me to stay here so she can siphon my energy, and I don't want to be siphoned anymore. I'm exhausted. And my family have backed away from me and they're no longer helping. They lied to get me here and now they're no longer helping the way that they were helping.
Okay,
So,
so rather than
yeah,
you're saying they're not helping you to transition out of that living situation, it seems like they're comfortable with you being kind of stuck there.
yes.
Is what it sounds like.
They enjoy seeing me. They'll act like they don't they don't enjoy seeing me fail, but they actually do enjoy seeing me fail.
Mhm. So I strongly would say, because you got a lot of sacral chakra energy. When I see a lot of wands, I'm picking up sacral chakra energy. We're looking at the residual. What's blocked? So you want to do some sacral chakra work.
Okay.
Because you mentioned that you are surrounded by so many karmics that you're starting to feel like a karmic.
Yeah.
And so what I got from that is that when they fight up against you, you feel guilty for projecting the energy right back at them. It gets intense. Is that what's happening? It's like a heightened energy.
Because I'm a lover and I hate when people like try to trigger me just to get a rise out of me and I don't like dealing with that. I'm not that type of person. So like it's like they constantly feel like I'm angry, but I'm like I'm dealing with your energy, like your projection on me all the time. And the thing is that because I can feel it energetically, they get confused because they're like, I masked that. Like, how does she even feel that? No, I felt it because your words were saying something else, but your energy read completely different and it scares them. They don't, they're like I'm in a relationship and he doesn't even understand that I know you're Hebrew Israelite, but you're gonna have to wake up if you're gonna be with me. You know,
Okay.
like you're like
So you got a few different.
so
You got Christians on one end, and then you got the Hebrew Israelite on the other end. You got a lot of forces that kind of redirect you away from your spiritual path. So apparently, your calling must be pretty big. You see what I'm saying?
yeah.
Whenever you have that many gatekeepers, it's a reason for that. It's a reason why they want to keep you fixed, and they're watching and monitoring. It reminds me of a card where there's a lion surrounded by sheep. So I can understand what's happening here, but again, you have to vibrate out of it. That lion has to wake up and remember you are a lion, and so sheep automatically understand their position in the presence of a lion that knows who they are. You see what I'm saying? So they'll never surround one like that. But I feel like they think that you've forgotten. So I strongly suggest that you work on your sacral chakra. You may want to email me and I'll send you a specific declaration to do. Are you able to do any of your spiritual work in the home?
I do it in my room. Like I have an altar in my room, and I know you're not really supposed to have your altar in your room, but I don't really have a
Who said
choice
that?
because it's kind of hidden. So, like I put like a ward in my room. So this is like my sacred space. Like only beings that are for me are allowed in my home. Like in my like this is technically like my room is technically like my spiritual home. So like if you're against me, you're not gonna be able to get in there because I warded it. But as far as I do have a reading with you on Monday.
Oh, good. That's
I booked
perfect.
a love reading
Okay.
with you.
Okay.
Yeah, because
That's
I need to know about this guy because y'all are saying to let him go, but a part of me is like, it's something deeper. It's like something deeper. So,
But even sometimes it's like it can come through that you're supposed to let a person go for a season until you
For a
get your energy
season.
where it needs to be. You see what I'm saying?
okay.
It doesn't mean
Yeah.
it's indefinitely, but it could mean that while you're aligning your frequency, maybe that's when he's being worked on. But I was going to
Yeah.
say it's good that you've created your own climate there in your room because I was going to say
Hmm.
your first temple is within yourself. Can't
Hmm.
nobody disrupt that. You know what I'm saying? This is your avatar that your spirit is dwelling within. So that's your first shield of protection right there. But if it's something going on within inside of your temple, then certain energies can creep into certain crevices. That's why I was saying it's something about the sacral chakra that you want to focus on. So when we do your reading, you may want to take at least about 5 minutes out of that to tap in and we'll see what's going on with the sacral. But what did you
Okay.
pull, Jessica?
Well, I got 3 cards here, and there's a moon in each card. You know, I think the crescent moon here. Then you look like you had a full moon here. Um, but walking in stillness, walking in stillness. Not saying shut down and just not saying anything. Like to anybody. This is knowing when to hold them and when to fold them. Energy here. I feel like you could be just giving off a bit of too much of your energy.
Oh.
It says.
It's hard not to because they'll walk all over you if you don't.
Yeah, but see, it's gonna when it hits you, just let it roll on off of you, and just build yourself up.
Yeah.
Your auric field needs to be really, really strong. That whatever they send your way, those darts, those arrows, those word curses, or whatever, it will not pierce your bubble.
Yeah.
Okay. So this card says there's no choice to make right now. Just be still. You don't always need to join in or jump into action. So
Hmm.
what's hidden though? Because these moons, something's hidden, needing to be revealed.
Yeah.
Uh, this
That's
card
Luna.
says
That's the other half of me.
what the
Luna. So there's two.
Luna.
It's Terra and Luna. Terra is that's me, and then Luna is my creative persona
Okay,
that I created in order for me to get through what I was dealing with karmics.
okay.
So she walks with me. She is the one who can take over when I
Hmm.
am being destroyed. So yeah.
But with this energy here, this is an amazing story. So your story ain't all that amazing right now, but this is what you're coming up on. Okay,
Yeah, I'm
it
working on
says
some stuff.
some situations are more than meets the eye. While it may appear like an ordinary event, it could be magic unfolding. Don't judge a book by its cover. So this is why you call it to walk in stillness. So this
Yeah.
is like containing like your energy when you could, just but it's time to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's something you're supposed to be working on because it's kind of like pushing you. That is a distraction and it's taking up your time.
Yeah.
Because right, it's you really supposed to be having your boots on the ground.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're working on.
It's a web series
Oh, okay.
that's my story is incorporated into it. But
Okay.
it's an animated series.
But your spiritual team, they don't want you to stay like in that energy. It's too much
This
energy going.
energy here.
Yes,
Oh
where
yeah, because it's a hoarding energy. It's hoarded here,
yeah.
and
So
I've been clearing the hoard
okay.
physically by myself. But I'm sorry.
You might also
So
consider that there's like I feel like you're projecting it's like an unnecessary energy because I'm looking at that fan up there and I'm like, why the hell is that fan on? It ain't blowing no air. It looks like it's going like real slow. You see what I'm
oh
saying?
yeah.
I feel like it's kind of giving a message to me, like it's a certain level of energy that's being projected that's unnecessary. It's like you don't even have to. It's almost like once you slow it down and say, you know what, I'm turning this off. Everybody else sits down because
Hmm.
the
Yes.
lion, once you roar, everybody, them little sheep, they gonna be like, oh, let me back up. I
Yeah.
understand what's happening today, but not a roar in a sense where you're arguing or you're,
Yes.
it's not like that. It's a roar that projects confidence and power. You speak
Yeah.
to them from a different angle. People start acting
Mhm.
real different when you're not talking the way that they talk, when you're not moving the way that
Yeah.
they move. They have
Hmm.
nothing to work with. So it's like a
Yeah.
subtle energy that you do project that lets
Yes.
them know they can mess with you. So I would say when we get off this live, turn off that fan and let it be the first representation of turning off that unnecessary energy that you're feeding them because you got other
Mhm.
things to do. You see what I'm saying? You got better, bigger,
Mhm.
and better things to do.
Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
Well, I hope this brought you some clarity.
It
And I look
did.
forward to talking to you very soon. Tara, right? No,
Tara.
Tara.
Tara. You're gonna have to correct me when you get on the phone again. All right. Well,
You're
you
fine.
take care of yourself.
Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all.
You're
All right.
welcome.
Peace.
Let's see. All right. So I appreciate those of you who have been sending a super chats. I apologize if I haven't said thank you. I did see someone much earlier. I appreciate y'all. And let me see. This is let me see. It just passed up so fast. That's Salah. Okay. Okay, so she's sending a suggestion for you. You might want to go back and check that out, Tara. Okay, so thank you for that. So let's see. I'm going to bring up Nikki. Hey, Nikki, you got it. It's on mute on your end.
I'm sorry. Hi, Shavi. How are you?
I'm great. How about yourself?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm just a little bit tired, but I saw you on, and I love you. I watch you every day, so I
Thank
had
you.
to come join you. It was like a
Okay.
message for me to come join you when I turned my TV on, and there you were.
Okay. Well, it's good to have you
So,
here. So, did you have anything specific that you wanted to look into today?
I think I kind of want to let you guys feel my energy. I don't really want to say anything. I just want to see where spirit leads us.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's see. If you wanted to, oh, you don't have the cards yet. All right. I'll kick it off here. So let's. All right. So
Oh,
I
and Jess,
have.
I didn't mean not to speak to you too. I was
I
just
know
so
you good.
excited.
So I'm pulling. I have the Seven of Wands. This literally just came out. Now you heard me shuffle 3 times, so it's here. Now it could show that you're needing to stand your ground, or you may feel the need to stand your ground right now. It's like opposing forces here, but sometimes this is not happening in your 3D reality because sometimes people be like, I don't even have people around me to create this type of energy. So I want to tap into opposing force. Let's see. Oh, okay, the Fool card.
The same card.
So either you're fighting with yourself because there's a brand new beginning that you're meant to move towards. Like it's a clean slate, but you're also being called to, because like I was talking about earlier with the Fool card, typically he has this little tiny pouch here. But what could be weighing you down is too many energies that don't want to see you take this leap of faith because the Fool jumps typically alone. So it could be that you're releasing certain energies that was around you that was trying to block you. And now you're taking a leap of faith into this brand new beginning, into the unknown, and to a degree too. Or it could be that you was overly distracted by something and you're being called to redirect your focus. So the number 7 and the number 0. What do you have on your end, Jessica? Because I want to see how it comes together here.
Um. Okay, so I have bad timing, closed doors, victory over your enemies. Okay. Um. With the bad timing, everything will come to you at the right time. Just be patient, and your time will come. Okay. Closed doors are blessings. Um. Whatever you were hoping for, you probably feel like it's not happening. Um. Just know that something better is coming. Okay. Now, this victory over your enemy, this is a man with his hands up, and look like the, what is it, the magician, as above, so below. Okay, this is you. This is balance, duality. In the energy of duality, you'll be able to step on the cobra's head. Okay, and this is what's going to give you the victory over your enemies. But um, you have to choose to embrace everything, embrace the duality of it. Okay, because you're
Yeah.
you're definitely destined to triumph.
Okay.
Yeah, and it feels like she's closing the door on those enemies. That's why I'm picking up that this was a
Hmm.
distraction, like some sort of energy wanted you to be in the midst of trying to defend your position against all of these forces when you're supposed to be focused on that brand new beginning here. It's like the
Mhm.
perfect distraction to keep you from taking a leap of faith. So if you're able to identify what that external force is, then you may do some burning and releasing, destroying and releasing all unhealthy cord attachments to people that no longer serve my highest good, maybe putting something like that
Exactly.
on paper.
Okay.
But if this is internal, if this is not external factors, then you want to destroy and release all conditionings or fear of taking the leap of faith, fear of releasing the past. There's something here about a distraction, though, for sure. So just consider that. I'll just take one more just to close out here. Look at that. The same cards that I was talking about to the previous caller, Tara, or was it Tara? Tara.
Tara.
This is the card I was describing to her, and it's here for you. So
Mm.
somehow your messages have merged with each other. Okay. I shuffled the deck 3 times. This is the lion that I was talking about, but this is your energy right here,
Mm.
surrounded by sheep
Sheep.
that want to keep you distracted, feeling like you got to fight up against them. A lion it would never, you know what I'm saying? It would never fight up against sheep. But there could be one specific energy that wants to keep you down and doesn't want you to really see your true nature. So just consider it's time to roar and let people
Okay.
know that you remember now. Okay,
Okay.
you remember. So that's what I'm seeing here for you, Nikki.
All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate you both,
You're
and I'll
welcome.
be watching.
All right, take care. Let's see. So we have Tiffany.
Wow.
How you doing, Tiffany? Let's see.
Hey, how you doing? I'm doing pretty good.
All
I
right.
didn't even think I was gonna get through.
Okay, that's all right. That's all right. But let me see. Where you calling from?
Virginia.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
DMV. All right. So do you have
Yeah,
anything specific that you'd like to look into?
I do. I have a few. Well, not a few. The main thing that I really I want to say thank you to Shavi and hello to you too, Jessica. I'm gonna
Right.
start off by that. I just recently came across your channel, and I just been stuck ever since. And
Okay.
you don't play no games. You just say it. Like you. I just love the way you give it or whatever.
I appreciate the
Um,
support. Thank you.
I wanted anytime. I, I, how can I say this? I know I have gifts. Um, and I wanted to know is how to like what is like. Do you? How do I find out the gifts that I do have? Because I feel like it may be several, to be honest.
Mhm.
That's one thing that's been on my mind. And also my relationship. Um and whether or not that the business I started it for my bloodline and change some things, break some curses and stuff like that. And it's been really interesting lately with that far as people, I guess, or whatever, um, trying to hold me back from that, from doing my business. But I can't let them stop me. And also, I wanted to understand or ask, how can I find out more about my ancestors? Like I have been doing rituals and talking to them and doing my offerings and stuff like that. I just bought a Oracle deck. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not too familiar. I wanted to see if it's a way that, like, is it a guide behind the oracles and what the cards truly mean? Because I don't want to guess wrong. I felt like it was done correctly, but I just wanted to
Okay.
see if you could help with that in any type of way, like give any type of
Okay.
insight.
All right. So we can't cover all the questions, but
Yeah.
I will say I've already pulled cards in terms of your spiritual gifts.
Oh
You've done this
wow.
many lifetimes before. Let's just put it that way, because this card right here is one of your first cards.
Wow.
So this is, it says diviner, diviner. It says you have a
Wow.
natural talent for divination, revealing what is hidden, or you may hear answers that come in many different forms to help point you in the right path. So the fact that you just purchased a deck of cards is just you
Mhm.
going within and remembering that this is a natural gift. Okay. So you gravitated towards that specific tool in order to enhance a gift that's already within you. I always tell people cards is not the gift. The gift is
Yeah.
internal. The cards are a tool of communication to hear
Mhm.
what's on the other side of that energy. So this is a past lives card. So
Oh
this
wow.
says regal, seductive, and just a bit dangerous with Cleopatra energy. So strong you intimidate your prey. A very strong connection to Egypt. So you may feel on to certain things that's connected to Egypt here. It might help to remember. It might help bring into remembrance some of these natural gifts that you have. But you also have
Okay.
the natural gift of clair cognizance. So this is being able to know things without any previous knowledge. So you just know. Your spirit guides will give you certain downloads, download it into your spirit, and it's like, wow, how did I know that? But don't even question it. You just know because it's already imprinted in your DNA. You remember. Typically, when you know something, is because you remember it. So that means you have an old soul, you've experienced it, and it's in the memory. It's in the memory of your DNA. And so you're
Wow.
just here to reawaken and to activate that. So very strong gifts. Definitely use your cards. Just
Wow.
even to clarify your last question about how to tap in with the ancestors,
Yeah.
you don't want to overthink it. So when you're reading
Mhm.
cards, don't even open up the book. I
Okay.
if I gave you a tarot lesson, which I still do tarot lessons, by the way, for those of you that don't know, we do it over the video
Okay.
chat. I tell, don't
Okay.
even crack open the book. You are going to be looking at colors, you're looking at numbers, you're looking at symbols, you're looking at vibration. Does it feel high vibrational, low vibrational? What is the energy doing for me? What do I hear? All of these things matter. So try not to get too caught up in the technicalities, because your spiritual team, if you're tapping in with your ancestors, they're going to give you very direct messages, but you don't want to question it. You just want to take whatever you hear first and go with it. And if it doesn't make sense in that moment, they're going to make sure that it makes sense further down the line. So you don't want to, completely just negate that. But you also mentioned, go ahead, Jessica,
Wow.
you got something over there?
Yeah, I actually
Wow.
I got 4 cards for you. I got the root chakra, divine feminine energy. This card came out like 3 or 4 times, I think. And then the Ace of Swords. So when I see the root chakra, I hear confidence. Um, and that's something that you have to tap into in order to flex that divine feminine energy, which is the spiritual strength.
Mhm.
Um, and with this Ace of Swords energy, it says truth, victory, good news, mental clarity. Um, Once you build your muscles, okay, when it comes down to your spiritual gifts and you gain the confidence, I suggest listening to mantras. You could Google it, listening to like root chakra music as well,
Okay.
even maybe while you're sleeping. But that
I've been
fourth
doing
card,
that.
oh, okay, wow.
Wow. I know, y'all. I'm. Wow. Thank you, lady.
But your gift is unique. You got the unique gifts card. I'm gonna read it. It says your greatest fulfillment in life will come when you discover your unique gifts. Develop and fine tune your gifts so you may share them with the world. So it's the fine tuning that you're going to do in these, listening to the root chakra. It's going to make you strong, okay,
Okay.
where you can give the truth, okay. So yeah.
Thank you. That's my daughter name is Truth.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. It's
That's a
been
beautiful
weird.
name.
Thank you,
Very
thank
nice.
you. And it just confirms all that that's been happening. Dreams, like uh, sometimes I don't even want to go to sleep because it's like and it's like then it's like every dream I have come true, like everything, y'all. It's kind of
Wow.
hard, like being around people and knowing instantly what's going on with that person. I'm dealing with that, and it's like, am I going crazy? But I know I'm not because, like I said, I've been like this since I was younger. I just never knew for sure. I come from a family that, I'm dabbing into this because I feel called. This is me.
Mhm.
So I can't
And
let
this is
them.
why I wanted to say, like, I'm reading your your image here as a card in front of me, right? And I'm
Mhm.
seeing you have the leopard print bonnet here. And
Yes.
leopards, they have those spots because it helps them to camouflage themselves. You see what I'm saying?
Yes,
And I
ma'am.
feel like when you mentioned the family, I was already thinking like, she trying to camouflage herself. It's like you're trying to blend in, maybe not consciously. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Subconsciously, still trying to blend in when in fact you're different, you're unique, and you're meant to stand out and be
Yeah.
bold with that. So even if you have opposition and the family has certain belief systems and traditions, that's just not your path. It feels like your path, you already have a lot of spiritual gifts that you're aware of, and it sounds like you're meant to use those gifts. So typically when I pull this card of the divinaire, you may also be called to do something very similar to what we're doing right now for others.
Mhm.
So it's
I
something to
feel
also
like that.
consider.
I feel like that. Do you get classes on how to even begin that?
Oh yes,
Like
yes, I have
even.
the tarot sessions. When you go on to the link, we do one-on-one over the video chat. So you'll have your deck of cards, I'll have mine, and we just kind of
Okay,
bounce off each other so I can see
that
what
would
is
be
your
cool.
natural way of reading. So yeah, you can
Okay.
go on and if you need the link, I'll send it to you in the email, or you could check it in the description box on my channel.
Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate that.
All right, you're
Yeah.
very welcome. I'm glad you reached out. You take good care of yourself, Tiffany.
I am. Thank you. Thank you,
You're
Jessica.
welcome.
Y'all answer so much for me. Thank you.
Um,
Even though I'm freaking out now, but y'all have a good one.
all
You
right.
too.
All right, let's see. So I'm just take a couple more people here. We got Arusha. Let's see. Hey, Arusha.
Hi. That's
Hello.
so crazy. I just said, oh, she probably has a ton of people. I'm probably not going to get on here. And then you pulled me in right when I said that.
Yes, well, I'm glad you're here. So let me see where you calling from.
Austin, Texas.
Oh, another
Okay.
Texan.
Thanks
Okay.
again.
Yeah. Yeah.
So let's
Okay.
jump in then. What would you like to look
Okay.
into today?
First of all, hello to both of you ladies. You guys both look gorgeous. And Shavi,
Thank
I've been
Oh,
you.
following you for some years now. And just
no.
to watch your growth and your evolution has been amazing. So just thank you for sharing
Thank you.
your
I
gifts
appreciate
with
that.
us. So yeah, I wanted to get on here because I actually just recently took a leap of faith, packed up my car and brought my kids here to Austin, Texas, and just drove and we just came here. And so, but I was led here, obviously, my ancestors led me here. But coming here, I had a vision in my mind of how this journey was going to look, and it hasn't quite, worked out how I envisioned it, although it's been very, very beautiful, a very beautiful journey. And so recently I've just been like talking to my team and asking them to kind of give me some guidance. And one of the ways that they guide me is through my dreams. And so I have two dreams, which are short, by the way, that I just kind of want to see what you guys kind of get from these dreams, if that's okay. And they're short, so it's not going to take me a long time to describe them. And so the
Okay.
first one, I'm out in nature and I'm walking in nature barefoot and I'm like walking on some rocks. There's some trees. And in the distance, you can see the ocean, but it's like really muddy. It's like like dark muddy water. And then there's like a few other people walking, and then there's these two guys, and they're riding their bikes, and one of them goes, "Oh, look, your bike fell in the water," and the guy's like, "What?" And then he's like, "Dude, you're on your bike, like your bike didn't fall in the water." So they're like kind of laughing or whatever. So that happens, and so I continue walking, and as I continue walking, I can feel the water on my feet. And then from the distance, there's people saying, You're entering deep waters. Those are deep waters." And I just keep walking. And then I took like a step, and next thing I know, the water is now at my knee. And then people are yelling, You're entering deep water. You're entering deep water." And I took one more step, and whoosh, I just fell into the water, and I'm in the water, and my arms are like trapped. I'm like I can't move, and I'm like panicking, like, oh my God. And I can hear the people saying, "You're entering deep water, you're entering deep water." And I'm thinking, like, come save me, like, come save me. You guys are telling me the water's deep, but I'm like telling myself, like, so I'm telling them, like, come save me. But then all of a sudden I'm like, wait, like, just loosen your arms, like loosen your arms, and like swim up. Like, why are you acting like you can't loosen your arms? And so I loosen my arms, and then I reach up, and I like did one of those type of things, and I woke up, and I was like, it was like I touched the land, but then I woke up, and I actually touched my headboard, like like that. And so that was my first dream. And then my second dream
Wait,
was,
let's start with that one first.
okay, okay,
I'm gonna get it all. But the
okay.
first one, it said a lot. Like it was a very clear message to me where it spoke that you was all, if nobody else was around, if you didn't see the guy's bike fall into the water, if you didn't hear the, people yelling like, "Oh, she's walking into the water," if they were omitted from the dream, right? You would have
Mm,
kept walking, and it would have been a gradual progression into something. It's like this energy of everybody else projecting their fears onto you. You
Mm-hmm.
embodied that energy, and that's what made you panic. You actually made it into the water because you was walking, you knew, you was flowing with it. But their
Mm-hmm.
projected fears made you pick up. And then it's that energy of, well, I need a savior. I mean, I don't know how to get myself up out of this. I don't want to dive
Mm-hmm.
too deep into this realm of spirituality or dive too deep into my natural gifts. I'm gonna need somebody to help me out of this thing just in case I go too far and I can't find my way back.
Yeah.
That's typically what religion will instill in you. It's like a suppressed fear that maybe you haven't addressed yet. So I would
Mm-hmm.
strongly suggest that you get comfortable with the element of water. I don't know how you feel about water in the 3D
Yeah.
realm. You might consider getting comfortable with using it as a form of alchemy so that you could really tap in and not have that fear projected. It's something about fear that's still kind of lingering, and other people can influence and enhance that depending on who you're listening to. So just be really cautious of that. But what are you getting, Jessica?
Well, I got the spiritual strength card. So it's pretty much like I was saying earlier when I was speaking to someone else, about learning how to really endure the currents. Because on the spiritual journey, it ain't always easy. You know what I'm saying? But you have to learn how to endure intense spiritual battles. You know what I mean? So that means you got to learn how to talk to yourself. You got to learn how to just embrace the soul mission, and trust the inner calling. This is the planetary wave card, um, that I'm looking at, and understand that your team, they got you, and you're
yeah,
not gonna fail.
yeah.
And then look at this. Look at the water. It's sometimes you have. What's your zodiac sign?
I'm a Cancer, so I'm a water
Cancer.
sign.
Yeah.
Yep.
So very intuitive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um. So yeah. I just heard get ready to have more dreams,
They've been
girl.
coming. They've been
Oh.
coming.
Oh. Okay. Cause whew.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like something is trying to make you fear your natural environment. Like water, that's your friend,
Mhm.
naturally
Yes.
Mhm.
stuff lives in the water. And so something, it could be internal, or like I said, it could be external influences that constantly projected the energy of fear, and it's been suppressed deeply where you're not consciously aware of it, and it needs to be plucked up. So maybe you do a burn and release to clear out all fears known and unknown in spirit and
Mhm.
in flesh. But if you can identify what that fear is, it'll be even better to get more detail. But go ahead. You say you have one more dream.
Okay, yeah. So the other dream was I was entering into my house, but it was like an older house. It's not my house that I live in now. And I don't even know what house this was, but in the dream, I knew it was my house. So I went to go open the door, but the door was already opened. And I'm like, wait, did I do that? Like, did I leave the door open? And in the dream, I knew that I had done this before. So I'm like, dang, I've done this before. So I don't know, maybe I left the door open. But as I entered the house, it's really dim, but there was like a slight light in there. And I'm like, I don't think I did that. I don't think I left the door open. So I look on the wall and I have some things hanging and one of the things is like flopped over. And then I kind of noticed like some things are just kind of displaced. And I immediately kind of pick up on a presence in the house. And so I go around the corner and I can see someone in my kitchen and they're pouring themselves something to drink and they're drinking something. Again, probably some water. But and so they're drinking. And so I'm like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing here? Why are you here? You're not supposed to be here. And then I vanished. And then I woke up.
Mm.
So you walked into a home assuming that you might have left the door open, but you was questioning if you did. You saw the light on, you saw somebody in the house drinking water, asked them why they was there. You vanished out of the house afterwards.
Hmm.
I mean, so the door is open. It's like something is not closed off to you. A door is open. It's readily available for you to walk through. I'm wondering, were you looking at yourself? Was this a man? Do you remember if it was a man or a woman?
I believe it was the man, but it's funny you said that because I felt like I was talking to myself afterwards. Like after I kind of, because I did like a reading of myself on it, and I was like, that was me. Like that was me that I was talking to. And so I didn't know if it was saying like when I was saying you're not supposed to be here, was that my higher self telling me like you're going backwards, or like I didn't understand what that part was when it was saying you're not supposed to be here. Then I vanished. But it did seem like it was a male presence.
Okay.
So if it's a male presence, then that's if you kind of identified that as being you, then that's your masculine energy within you.
Mm-hmm.
Typically, when in order to walk through a door, you need to embody that assertiveness. Like, okay, I deserve to walk through this door. This door is open for me for a reason, so I'm going to walk through it. But it requires that divine masculine energy to say, I'm going to take the leadership role and walk through the door, even if I don't know what's on the other side of it. So maybe there's something going on where you're needing to really align with your divine masculine energy. Of course, the balance of both, but there's a door that you're meant to walk through, and you might question, are you deserving to be there? Do you belong there? You want to clear out those types of thoughts and just evaluate yourself to see, are you holding yourself back from walking through a door that's already open? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that
And
makes
consider you
a
would
lot of
question
sense.
whether or not you open the door. So it might be a door that you have the key to already. Like you could have been walked in because it's yours.
That
Yeah.
that actually makes a lot of sense.
Did you have anything you wanted to add, Jessica?
Well, I got the full moon card, but I was going to say you could be using too much feminine energy.
Okay.
Um, and that's something that you could be on the lookout for. I'm gonna read this full moon card. It
Okay.
says the moon's energy, rich with divine feminine power, stirs our emotions, subtly influencing our inner depths. During this phase, hidden secrets may surface, offering revelations and insights. Embrace this time as an opportunity to connect deeply with your intuition and uncover truths that have long been concealed. So, with that being said, and listening to you, listening to the second dream, I would definitely say that because this full moon is a lot of emotions. It's a lot of feminine energy. So, and you have to be careful with that because that can kind of rock the boat. Like what did you say? You said, what are you doing here? And it'll make you start doubting. It'll start hitting you in places where you'll start feeling like I'm not called, or that'll start opening the door to negativity, certain thoughts. So yeah,
Okay.
stagnant waters is what it would create, because that's the card that came out with the healing waters.
Okay.
So yeah.
Yeah. Because consider, is that a full moon in that card, Jessica?
It's a full moon.
Yeah. So I mean, it
Yeah.
could represent like heightened emotions. The moons, typically the tides rise with the full moon. So of course that would also
Mm-hmm.
heighten emotions as well. So it could just be saying that maybe you're overthinking things, because sometimes the moon card can represent certain fears, hidden fears that you're not consciously aware of too. So I feel
Mm-hmm.
like this was just you facing the other side of yourself, that
Mm-hmm.
questions, do you even belong here? And then you just vanish. So it's like you took yourself out of the situation just with a thought, just with by questioning the situation, you vanished out of
Mm-hmm.
it just like that, when in fact you were supposed to
Yeah.
embrace it and drink the water, you know what I'm saying? Nurture yourself with it, enjoy it, because they were just sitting there chilling and you
Yeah.
just like, what you doing here? Like, you supposed to relax,
Yeah.
it's your house. So that's what I'm feeling there. So
Yeah.
I hope that brought you some clarity.
It did. Thank you, ladies. I really appreciate it.
You're very welcome.
You're welcome. Take good care.
You too. Thank you.
All right. So let me see. Thank you, Truth 111, for the super chat. I appreciate you. So let's see. Well, I'm kind of going in a specific order here. Now, hold on now. More people coming in. Y'all got to slow down. Let me. I'm going to take. Okay. I'm gonna go with what my spiritual team tell me to do here. So, oh, look at you. See, I
Can she
knew,
hear
I
me?
knew it. They told me to go with
Hello?
Miss Ethereal, and she said over there
Can you hear
singing.
me?
What you say?
What's wrong with the mic?
Can you hear
Hello?
us? Hey, we can hear you. Can you hear us?
I can't hear you guys.
Uh-oh.
Well, she said she can't.
No, she can't hear.
Okay.
How about now?
Can you hear me?
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
I can hear you.
Okay. My name is Deidre, and I've been watching Shabby for about 6 months now, and oh my God, everything just pretty much resonates with me. Some stuff don't, but it just reawakened my curiosity to of the unknown. Um, most of my family has been in Christianity, and I'm just not going. I've never been feeling like I was a part of that or fit in anywhere. So I'm 50 years old now, so I'm just like, what am I supposed to be doing? Because it's like I start stuff and get distracted or not able to remember things. But I know I am an artist as far as music and drawing and painting and stuff like that. But it's like I cannot create right now. It's like I know I'm supposed to be doing that, but I feel like it's much deeper than that.
Okay.
But I can't hear you guys. So whatever you say, I'll go back and re-listen to it.
Okay.
So
All right. All right.
I
So
can
we'll.
hear Jess, but I can't hear Shabby. It's
Oh,
like every time,
my
even
mic.
when I was
Can you hear?
backstage, it was like the mics keep going in and out, and I
Oh,
don't
can
know
you hear
why.
me, Jessica?
Mm-hmm. I can
Okay, I
hear
just
you.
had to make sure that my mic wasn't muted. Okay. Well, you can start off since she can hear you, and then I'll just finish off then.
And your question was, you wanted to know, what are you called to do?
Yes,
Like, what's your purpose?
yes.
Um.
I just know. I just want to say one thing. I
Mm-hmm.
know there was like a lot of witchcraft done on my maternal side by a great grandmother, and I just feel like it's something to that causes disruption in my life,
I got the wrong
you
deck.
know. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to figure out, because I do the declare and the decree, because you sent me
Mm-hmm.
some cards, Shavi, and I feel like it's working, but I still feel kind of stagnant. You know what I'm saying? I have a lot of anxiety, and I do feel isolated because nobody is thinking the way I'm thinking in my family. My son was for a minute, but he just jumped back into Christianity. But I feel it's out of desperation. So yeah, I just feel alone right now. So I'm just
Okay, so, okay, hold on, let me get one more. I got the Hermit Witch,
hmm
Divination Witch, and Green Witch here.
hmm
And I just knew the Green Witch was going to come out. for you. That's why I was like, this is the wrong deck. Okay, so introspection, hermit
Hmm.
being in solitude.
Hmm.
So with you feeling alone, you right where you need to be.
Okay.
Um, because you're needing to get the intuition and clarity and the guidance right now.
Right.
But it's some type of connection with the earth that you have. Are you an earth sign?
I'm a Taurus.
Yes. Because green just when I look at you, I don't see nothing but green.
Yeah, and I feel
Um,
so connected to nature,
and
you
Taurus
know.
is let me pull a. Is you're supposed to be wearing a crystal? Do you wear crystals?
Um, I don't know which one I'm supposed to be wearing, but
I was
I
gonna
have
tell you
some.
now
I just okay.
because something told me to tell you this because I had this card first and then I put it down.
Okay.
But it's something with food
I
and
can cook very well.
okay. Oh, it look like you're needing to wear an onyx, self
Okay.
discipline
Okay.
and command. I'm gonna read this because I already
Okay.
gave you your cards. It says tune into your inner commander. Onyx is a strong ally, dispelling loneliness and self doubt, and
Okay.
instilling greater confidence in your decision making. Face your fears and know that you have power to overcome them. Onyx surface represents the passing of time, the balance of the yin and the yang, and it's sturdy. It is a sturdy and solitary stone and encourages you to break free from any unhealthy relationships in order to be autonomous. Know that you are completely capable of making the right decisions for yourself. After all, it's your life. And this is Sagittarius, Saturn energy. So you could be going through a lot of karmic lessons where you're
Oh yeah,
called
definitely.
to be able to just see the truth.
Yeah. I see,
See the
and I
truth.
do, and then when I speak it, it's like, what you talking about, and I do have dreams sometimes. I might have dreamed it
Mhm.
like a year ago, and then it'll come true, but it wasn't in the exact order or arrangement.
Mhm.
So it's like, what? I dreamed this like a year ago, or blah blah blah, and it's just, yeah.
Hmm. Hmm. You
It
probably can't hear me.
definitely
Uh, Probably not. Okay. Yeah, go ahead, Jessica.
is so Mother Gaia is knocking at your door.
Okay.
The energy of earth, because Taurus represents the earth.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why the I want to say the moon, the energy of Taurus is just exalted. You know what I
Okay.
mean? And that energy. So I would say, if you could do some rituals,
Okay.
in honor of
Mhm.
Mother Gaia
Okay.
to set the
Okay.
tone.
Yeah, because I mean, a lot of times I just feel out of place, and I'm just like, I just want to be somewhere on some land,
Mhm.
away from it all. But I'm like, I still got a child in the house and waiting for him to lunch. So it's just like I just want to get away from everything and be to myself, and
Mhm.
because I feel like I can't accomplish what I'm trying to do or what I'm called to do with surrounded by everybody else stuff. So especially the religion. So
Mhm.
yeah.
All right. Well, hopefully
Okay.
that brought us some clarity. So I will just say I'm going to pull a couple of cards, but just let her know, Jessica, I'm going to take her off the screen and then just leave my portion of the message, and then she can come
Okay.
back.
So she's gonna take you off the screen so that she
Okay.
can do her part of the message, and then
Okay.
you can go back
Okay.
and look at it.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
All right.
All right, thank you. So let me see. So, yeah, I have the card of passage. So it's just showing it's a journey. It says your current situation is a means to an end. You're making an uncertain voyage to a new world. Enjoy the discoveries as you go. So really, you're being called to just go with the flow of the journey right now. It's
Mhm.
not really, you're not given a specific way of expressing your creativity right now because your spiritual team wants you to get in the flow first. Right
Mhm.
now, there's an energy of potential self-sabotage because you mentioned that your creativity is kind of low right now. So it's giving Your sacral chakra is going to need some work. It could be underactive. I don't know if you feel more tired or uninspired or if it's self sabotage, but consider putting those things on paper to burn and release them, and lighting an orange candle to focus on reawakening that inspiration from within you. So, right now, you're being called to just experience the journey. Let me take one more. So then you have offerings. It says you will be offered a new position or investment opportunity. Think about it and research it carefully before accepting. So there is going to be a door that opens up for you as you take this journey. You're just getting prepared for this offering. That way you don't self-sabotage it, but they want you on the right frequency before you get to that offering. So I would just say focus less on the external, just as I was saying earlier, and focus more on the internal right now. That way you don't feel like you're not being productive. It's always productive, even if you're not doing anything in the 3D. If you're doing a spiritual work, that's just as, to me, it's even more productive than anything you could do in a 3D, but it has to be balanced out. So you want to pour your focus into that right now. You'll be able to get that energy back up to get in alignment with your creative gifts again and realize how to express them with this offering that's going to show itself in divine timing. So I hope that brought you some clarity. I'm going to bring up Chosen by my ancestors.
Hello.
Hey, how
Hello.
you doing?
I am wonderful. Thank you for having me on. I appreciate both you ladies.
You're
You're
very
welcome.
welcome.
Listen, let me say this too. Shavi, it was because of you that my spiritual journey started a year and
Wow.
a half ago.
Okay.
You just popped up, and I was like, what the heck is this? Anyway, I have really been doing the work. And as I've been doing the work, I've recognized the challenges, the struggles. It's all around currency,
Mm,
every bit of it. And as a single woman in my 60s, I just turned 62 last month. I never thought that I would find myself dealing with currency as an issue of life.
Mm.
Anywho, so I continue to do my work, my alchemy. Yesterday, I got so excited because I pulled the Empress and the Ten of Pentacles.
Oh,
And it
yes.
was your cards. And I
Okay.
said, look at this royalty. It's coming. I am
Absolutely.
so ready to relax. And my feminine energy, I don't know how much longer I can go. And I know currency is just whatever. But I repeat a lot of the affirmations. I have a lot of your product. And I remind myself I don't have a scarcity mindset. Money flows to me from the north, south, east, and west. I just I continue. I'm just tired.
mm,
Yes. So when you get tired like that, it's time to just rest in it. Because consider the Empress. She sits on her throne and she welcomes
mhm,
it. You see what I'm saying? You've already planted the seeds. You've been planting seeds all your life. I can feel it in your energy. You got a beautiful spirit. Even prior to your awakening, you've always been planting seeds. I can see it all over you. So just know that it's coming. I know it can get frustrating, like, okay, but consider when you plant them seeds, I don't know if you're into plants. but you already know there's a period of time where you just don't see anything, but it doesn't mean that growth isn't happening. It
Mhm.
doesn't mean that something isn't getting ready to sprout in the 3D. So you're doing everything that you're supposed to do to align with the frequency. But I do want to ask you, a year and a half ago, when my channel popped up in your feeds, were you dealing with currency issues at that time?
Yes.
Okay.
So it's been, I had a ton of karmics that used to work for me, and I had to clear them out because I didn't
Mm,
understand. They were working against me and my businesses.
mm,
Um, and then I had to completely shut the business down, and I
Mm.
restructured them. Um, and I've been really trying to rest in the fact that I know they're all going to, on their own, start to move again. But for the past, since 22, I went to Egypt in 22. And since 22, I noticed things just really started falling off. And the people that I had employed, and because I do workforce development, and people like to take advantage.
Mm. Yeah.
mhm. And that's what I was picking up on. Like you've been giving in the wrong, you were sharing your
Mhm.
inheritance with the wrong people. So your spiritual team, to protect you, they said, okay, first we're going to start removing it so she can take notice. And we're going to put her in a position where not only are we removing it, but she's going to start pushing back. Like, I don't even want this around me. And then we're going to place her in a position where she wakes up. And then once she wakes up, we're going to place her in a position of healing herself and empowering herself to remember who she is, and why this inheritance was gifted to her in the first place. That way, when that abundance starts to come in as the Empress and the Ten of Pentacles, you're going to be very,
Mhm.
very selective about who you share
Mhm.
inheritance with. So
Yeah.
all of this
Right.
is just aligning, it's aligning perfectly. It's aligning perfectly.
Gee, I'm learning to sleep at night.
Mhm.
Just through it all, I just turned it over, and tell my ancestors and my spiritual team, it's on you. And when I pull these cards, I'm like, okay, what do you need me to know? And
Mhm.
so I don't read, I'm learning how to read the cards. I don't read in reverse because I don't like what it says. So I just do upright for now
Mhm.
until I feel more confident. But what's interesting is that I'm in this resilience course for nonprofits. And the people at first found me like, who does she think she is? Until finally yesterday, they said to me, your wisdom, your color choices, the things that come out of your mouth, we're hoping you could say something to us. And I pulled a card yesterday, and my spiritual team told me to be quiet, don't share my energy. And
Mm.
so I did it very lightly. I said I didn't listen, but I did it very light. So, but
Yes.
anywho, I apologize for the
No,
tears and all of
no,
that.
please. No apologies needed. I understand where the energy is coming from, but I would just say, just listen to that, because if you keep that line of communication open as you've been doing, that's a necessary part of the journey, is to talk to them directly. When I was, I'm still on my journey, but when it was seemed to be the lowest point for me, that is what really kept me going, was talking to my spiritual team every day.
Mhm.
Sometimes I probably got on their nerves. Like, I'm like, look, I know we just talked an hour ago, but I need to call you again, you know, and and consider, this is the card that I happen to pull.
Oh,
Just
damn it.
talking mess, but it says slowing down. So they want you to just take note, and also the other card that fell says ordinariness. So they want you to just ride the wave. They don't want you, you know what, when you all of your businesses, did it keep you like moving? Was it like a
It did.
lot?
I
Okay.
was in a community. I'm very well known here in San Diego in the community for the work that I do. I deal with a lot of justice involved, foster youth, homeless, vets, right? Just really trying to help them change their mindset and move to the next level, right?
Wow.
But then I started seeing that the people that I hired to help me with these endeavors, they were going up against me. And so finally, I had to just let them go and restructure them. And that took a minute. And I did a
Hmm.
reading with you the early part of this year about those businesses. And one of them, you said to me, it's a healthcare apprenticeship program. You said that's the one that's going to take off. I
Okay.
was like,
Oh,
oh, okay, then that one is giving me a heartache
yes.
because
Okay.
I still see the people pushing up against me because I'm doing something that is really unheard of, um, and what I'm doing, right? And so, and being a woman, an African American woman, and not holding, allowing my throat chakra to just listen, let me tell you what it is, what a TI is. And then I go on about my business. And if you say something sharp, let me go on and whip you, and then I'm out. Right. And so I've tried to tame that because I know as an earth sign, I can really tear you a new one. And I try not to. I don't like that person. So that's why I really had to do the work.
But you know what? It sounds like the energies that was around you was causing you to project something that's not your nature. You
Yeah,
see what I'm saying? It was taking you
it's
further and
true.
further away from your nature where you constantly felt like I got to check this one. I got to let this one person, I got to tell you a new ass over there and tell you a new asshole over there. You see what I'm saying? Like you want to get up and just be light because your whole objective, the work that you're doing, is to shed light, is to help people. And so you
Mm-hmm.
got all of these
Yes.
people around that's only seeing dollar signs and looking at an opportunity with you are
Yes.
someone that gives people opportunities. So they didn't come in with the right frequency. And your spiritual team says, what you project naturally from your auric field, that in and of itself is healing to people. So if you got a bunch of people that's dimming that light, oh no, they're like, look, I know this might sting a little bit. We're going to have to shut things down just for a minute where the currency is not flowing the way you want it to because we need you to flow. We need you to be in your flow first. So
Yeah.
it's all aligning. You're getting your that shine. I can see it. The aura is there. And would you say since things have been slowed down, do you feel like your energy, do you feel good? Do you feel better every day? Or do you feel like you have to have that hard exterior where you have to fight daily still?
No, ma'am, because let me tell you what it is. Because I live alone, my phone was caught up in the matrix. I tried to do some stuff, switching my phone line, and I didn't know when you get a new phone, you can't do that. They can lock you out.
Mm,
So I I shut people down, and so I'm a hermit, and I'm in my home a lot, by myself. And so I'm not around a lot of people. I don't do the community work any longer like I used to.
mhm.
So no, ma'am, I don't give people the opportunity any longer to really be in my energy like that. I'm learning the frequencies and the energy when someone is trying to
Mm-hmm.
cipher from me. And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, yeah, that's a no. I try and read the room as soon as I walk in the room so I'll know.
Yes.
Um, am I too much? And I know I'm too much at times because I'm me, and I'm going to let you know who I am. So, like I said, I had to open up my throat chakra, and really turn it around to where I'm not so in your face, but I'm calm. My energy is just like, okay, if I have to give up this place I'm in, it is what it is. What am I going to do with this stuff? I heard you say something to someone else, and I was like, you can get it all back again. And you probably won't need to because when my divine partner comes along, he might already have it and I don't need it.
Okay. So you looking at infinite possibilities of how this thing can play out. And as long as you maintain that mindset, your spiritual team is going to make sure that I feel like you're going to get to that space where they're like, okay, she gets it. We can calm down, y'all. She already got it. She's not going to end up in that position ever again where she surrounds herself by people that take her out of her nature. So I feel like you're already there. What did you get,
Mm.
Jessica, on your end?
Well, I got the Three of Cups, the Fool card, and the Hierophant, but they were all clarifying bad decisions though. So when I look at the bad decisions card, I just I see someone going like this or whatever, but I'm visioning a moon too. So at one point it could have been you. You could have been hushing your intuition, maybe. You know what I mean? Not really listening to your intuition. And then with this Three of Cups, this is like with next to the food, want to take people on a journey that can't really, hold a cup for real, like next to you, because they're not on your level, because this is you and this is them. Spiritual authority. You
Mm,
walk in with authority.
mm,
So yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So I think what I'm getting to with those cards that you have,
Mm-hmm.
because the Hierophant is like a need for structure and discipline. But then
Mm-hmm.
you have the Three of Cups, which is like people that just feel like it's all about play. You see what I'm saying? So it's
Oh,
given this
mm-hmm.
energy of a restructuring so that people can value and honor your position in the Hierophant. Because the Hierophant is the leader, they're the
That's
teacher,
the
they're full of
leader.
wisdom,
Mm-hmm.
and so people they honor that person in the position that they
Mm-hmm.
stand in. But I feel like you had a bunch of people around that just wanted to play and click up, and they didn't
Not
honor
take
your
it
position. So
serious.
with the Fool, it's like, okay, it's time to take the leap of faith, create a whole new slate here, and leave these Three of Cup. I just heard fools, but I guess because the Fool card is there, leave these Three of Cup energies behind. They was too immature for
Mm-hmm.
the structure that you had created. They just didn't have it.
Yeah.
So it's a
And
restructure. Mhm.
I've left them behind in 22, 23 when I came back from Egypt. And a friend of mine said to me, she said, I saw you transforming when you came back from Egypt. Something
Mhm.
happened over there. I was like, I an awareness just came across. Um, but then there's my son, my only child, and he has my three grandbabies, and I don't see them at all. So
Mm-hmm.
to just really bring it home, I call righteous judgment on everyone. I think I repeat a lot of what you say, Shavi, so I appreciate you.
Yes, yes.
I write it on candles. I so I've learned a lot and really trying to change how I move, who I allow in my space and in my energy.
Mhm.
Um, because it's draining, like I've heard some other people say. It really is. It's truly draining when you know you have energy vampires around you and you're trying to do the right thing. So
Yes. Well, keep doing the right thing. That's the whole objective. Just like the other young lady was saying, she's surrounded by karmic, so it makes her feel karmic, and that's what ends up happening. That's the whole objective, is to
Yeah.
take you out of your nature, so that now you're projecting this energy that's not even you, and then you're questioning yourself and feeling guilty, like, well, just carrying this heavy weight energy. So that's not your nature. So your spiritual team, they did you a big one. You'll see it though. It's going to matter. You're going to see the physical fruition of all of those seeds that you have planted. That's why you got the Empress and the Ten of Pentacles. When you pull those types of cards, it's not just to hype you up. They're not hyping you up. They're
Mm-hmm.
telling you what's to come and what you can anticipate. And they're just like, sit comfortably, slow down, do those things, those ordinary
Right.
things that you love, where she's out in her garden picking her flowers and staying grounded. They're like, don't even worry about it. We got you. is flowing in, and she has her basket is full in this card. So I hope this brought you some clarity today.
It did. And I thank both of you ladies for the opportunity. And again, the tears. Oh God. Anyway, thank you.
You're
You're very
welcome.
welcome.
Have an
Yes,
abundance evening. It's
you
with
do the same.
gratitude.
I appreciate you. All right. Yeah, she has a very beautiful energy.
Yeah, she does.
Oh, let me see. I think I'm gonna take one more. I appreciate y'all. I know y'all been waiting. I know you have. I'm sorry, y'all. We gonna do this again, okay? Um, let me see.
Uh, I got
Mr. E. Allen.
got in there. Can y'all how you doing, Queens?
All right, how you doing?
I'm doing good. And you know what? I've been manifesting since I got on here. Like, you know what? I'm gonna get in here. I'm gonna tap in. I'm gonna get in here. You hear me? I'm like, look, I'm gonna talk to my sister today. I'm gonna tell her how much I love her and how much
Oh,
I
thank
love
you.
everybody that's listening and tapped in. And it's so much to say. It'd be so much to say within so many words. We can see through so much. But the journey's been long, and I've been peeling back layers with you, Shavi, for like shoot 8, 10 years since I forget how much time I go past, you know, the little fake time. But every time when I first linked into you, you know, it was like I had got this I get these trances where, you know, I feel I'm so in tune with the universe and my sense is so strong that I know this. Like, so I'm like looking right at you, but I'm like, I'm in class, I'm right there, I'm talking to you. So I get in them vibes where you know, I'm very in tune with my senses. So it's like it's so crazy. I'm like, I know I'm gonna get in there. I don't even know. I just Shavi, I don't know. I'm gonna tell girl. I'm gonna tell. I'm like, and then to my ancestors, that girl, the last I said, I'm gonna forget her name, but your ancestors did choose you, and you just going through one of your lessons, and you go be guided, and your gut go tell you what to do next. You know what I mean? Like it rings. You know what I mean? Oh my God. I tell a person, hey, I just do my gut tell me go left, go right. I don't worry about no police. I don't think them. I don't see them. I don't be worried about nothing. They be just looking at me all crazy. I'm like, come on, jump in the spaceship. Come on, jump in the spaceship with me. You don't even know what to do. You know, and I get those trances. But long story short, oh my God, this is just a significant part of my journey because I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna amplify myself. You don't know. I run across like I don't call myself the soul reaper. Like I have to deliver messages. I've been doing this for years. Talking about like over 15 years. I've been on this crazy path, but it's been on the level with not reading. It's been a level with experience, and um, I've been directed by my heart and my senses. So it's like, okay, you ever look at one of the little meters?
Uh-oh. I think you got frozen over there, Alan.
It did freeze, but what I was saying was on my intuitively senses and feeling like I know my gifts and know what they are, and I got my direction and stuff like that. My bars is up. You know what I'm saying? My bars is up, so it'd be hard to explain. Like, you know, I know how strong I am, and I don't know. It's too much to say, but I've been screaming in the in comments every once in a while when I do reach out because I be in hermit mode all the time. I've been in hermit mode for years. You know what I mean? I've been hermit me to be here talking to y'all right now. Actually took the time to, you know, sit back um and really channel in and focus in on my gifts. I'm in the chat like, man, I just bought my first deck. You know what I mean? I know I'm supposed to have my deck. I got that cheap from Shavi. I was extending my gifts, my natural gifts that I do have. I bought my first deck. I'm like, you know what? I need to connect to the world. I don't think the world ready for me, but it's a and then I just moved to Mooresville, North Carolina. And I heard it was gonna be a tribe for me. I got that call. Remember that tribe? I think a tribe video. I got so excited. Like, dang, it's a whole bunch of people just like me waiting for me. You know what I mean? I'm not weird. You know what I'm saying? I'm not by myself. So that's why I'm so grateful to even be part of this chat and part of the family of you all. So, you know, I love y'all and it's so much I don't want to say, but I'm forgetting. Um, you
That's
know,
all
I know
right.
direction what I need to be doing right now. So if anything, if I had a question or something, I'm kind of taking my gut for what I use my cards. You know what I'm saying? But I guess my words is not. I feel like I kind of burnt a whole pile of releases before I even got on here. I've been meditating for like the last 3 hours, just solely just taking my transformation. I'm pushing forward with my soul, my gut telling me to do, and I know to be taking these steps, and it's this leading me here. So I think it's been so many years. Shavi, I love you so much. Thank you so much for all the time
I love you too.
you
Thank you.
deliver
I
me
was,
so much.
I'm really happy to hear though that you got your own deck. That's good because a lot of the masculines tend to shy away from tapping in on that level. And I'm like, well, shoot, everybody has a cell phone. So as far as I'm concerned, everybody needs
Mhm.
a deck of cards. If you want to communicate with those in the 3D, you're going to have a cell phone. You want to communicate those in other realms, you're going to have some measure, some sort of tool of communication. So some people, if you can hear the messages directly, that's beautiful. But in other cases, it doesn't hurt to just have an additional tool of communication. So I think
Mhm.
that's a really beautiful thing that you're tapping in from that angle. But we can just pull some cards for like a general, just to give you a little bit of, just a little something to take
I
with you. Okay.
appreciate it, Queens.
All right. So let me see here. You want to jump it off, Jessica?
Yeah, let me see.
Leave this.
Destined for greatness and perseverance is what I have.
Hmm.
Destined for greatness. It says it is your destiny to be great. It's coded in your DNA. Time to meet your greater self. Perseverance. You've gotten through survival mode. Now it's time to live and blossom into more. The worst is behind you.
Yes,
So
yes.
yeah, your energy,
Thank
you definitely in alignment.
you for sure.
So,
Never.
and this is what so what your spiritual team wants you to know is just persevere, you
Thank,
know.
thank you.
So
Thank you.
yeah.
All right, what's your zodiac sign?
Thank God. What did you say, Shavi? What did you
What's your
say?
sign?
I'm an Aries. I'm a Ram.
I
So
knew you was fire. I'm
I'm
like, he got to be
I'm
fire.
fire. Yeah.
Yeah, I
You
was
know what's
thinking
so
Leo.
crazy? Yeah, I was jumping up and down when I'm like, I think Shavi Aries. My birthday is the 8th. And sure enough, I
Okay.
was looking when you was celebrating your birthday. I can remember that now. I can't remember that. And I'm like, oh yeah, she's an Aries. She's fire too. I'll be
Yeah,
screaming in
I'm
the
a
comments like,
fire.
never read it, but yeah, I'm here. I've been here with you and you all, and like, I'm glad the world's changed. I look at certain things from a certain perspective, and I'm so happy it's catching up now. You got what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I look around and I hear people say certain things or they think a certain way. I'll be like, hell yeah, 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 because the lights just illuminating everywhere. So it's like I don't be worried about it. I'm like, let's go even out. It's always gonna be to the greater good. So I've been taking
Mhm.
them little breadcrumbs, to kind of like lighten the burden and the pain and stuff like that. Because they say, well, we got a saying. We say, I had changed my thing to God's favor. Because that's something we say, like we God's favor. You know what I'm saying? Because no matter what, we feel like, I don't care what it look like. I'll be optimistic, like it's gonna be all right. I've been through so many different situations, and I walked through the universe, and they didn't deliver me thousands of times. Really,
Oh yeah.
um, unbelievable things. But
Yeah, your light is
oh
very bright. Like you got a lot of fire in you. And just like what Jessica pulled the
Mhm.
cards of perseverance and it says success, like it said perseverance and what was
Destined
it?
for destined for greatness.
Destined for greatness. Yeah, you're a natural leader.
Mhm.
So you got a lot of
Yes.
passion in you. And so it's like, I don't see you slowing
Mhm.
down no time soon. So you are
can't
definitely going to make it to your destination
I
without a
can't.
doubt.
Definitely almost
Um,
there.
Let me see.
Yes.
I'm gonna just take a card. Look at that. So we have the man here. So this says, okay, masculine energy. So it says you are the current, a person you know. Okay, boyfriend, fiance, love interest, masculine energy. So it's showing that you're a divine masculine energy. You see what I'm saying? You have risen into that emperor, which is the Aries energy. You see what I'm saying? So naturally, if you have typically the emperor is the entrepreneur. So if you have like business ventures or ideas, something that you want to do where you stand in your power and your truth, you're going to really thrive in that area. I'm going to take one more here.
Oh wow.
It says archer, aim, target. Okay. Go-to guy, straight shooter, precise.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Okay.
Shavi.
Yeah.
something it's like your spiritual team, they're like you're on target. you're right
This
on
is
target.
it.
You're
This
in
is
the right
it. I'm
direction.
supposed to be amplifying my gifts. I'm right behind y'all. Like, look, we gotta go ahead, light up everywhere we go. It be hard, heavy too. And it's like, I'm an everlasting positive battery. I get all so much energy, but I step in the sun, universe refills me. I was like, dang, where I get all this energy from? I just want to just save the world. I would pray for everybody all the time, or, I be like, where I get the energy from? And I get my answers when I step in the sun, or, it filled me up like, okay, you get it from the universe to be able to keep trying to do this. And it's just affirmation. Affirmation is me just being in real time with y'all. And I'm grateful for it. And everybody just want y'all to keep your heads up. It's gonna be all right. Don't worry about nothing. Keep vibing high. Stay in your peace and your joy, your moments. I gotta step outside, get the birds chirping. I could catch that sun every day. Don't forget, reach out to our loved ones, because it's always heavy distraction, and we're gonna keep our vibes so awesomely high, and be looking for me, because I said, you know what, I don't think the world's ready for me, but all the intuitive things I think I should be saying to the world, I know they're ready for it now. So
Oh
that's what I
yes.
do with my gift. So it's like, look, I'm just lining up, trying to fill my place to be the beacon for the next person. Striving for teaching my children different. They go to school, so they come home, but they still teaching them lies and stuff like that. So I swallow
Yeah.
with them grain of salt. And I know the universe got a place for me to correct that also. So just
Well, your energy is great. Like I was saying, like you definitely need to be in the spotlight. You belong there, because just I was getting tired. I ain't gonna lie. It's been 3 hours we've been on
I
here.
know. I was looking at it too, like
Your
this okay.
fire is like you will wake somebody right up. Like, okay,
Yes.
you got to get it. So you are that encourager. You are the fire starter, and consider
Thank
next year is the fire horse. You are a fire sign.
Mhm.
thank
You're
you.
meant to
Yes.
lead and to pave the pathway here. So you're opening up
Yes.
something. So I would just say stay in that frequency. Like
Amen. Mhm.
you're doing it. But I'm glad that you reached out, Alan, and I hope that this, brought you some more clarity on your journey. I think he got frozen there.
Oh,
Okay.
it did freeze up, but that means it's time to go. But I got one more thing to say before y'all go. Look, I took my screen. Can y'all hear me?
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Okay, I know it's lagging. Look, it's time to go. Everybody tired. My chicken over here. I ain't even touched it. The kids brought my food and everything. They like, Daddy, doing. I'm in there, candle burn, all types of stuff. Listen, I love y'all, man. It's so crazy. I took my screenshot. That's what it was. I be thinking about so much stuff I forget. I took my screenshot because I know tomorrow morning, like, look, I talked to Shabby. I was gonna be talking crazy, like.
Okay.
But ladies, you did fill me up with so much juice, and I know that the universe will bring us back around. And then guess what? I'm gonna say it with confidence now. And then I see I don't know however many affirmations it'll be, but for sure we'll cross paths again, and then we give all praise to the Most High when it does. So,
Absolutely.
ladies, I hope you have a good night, and everybody listening, good night, and I love you, everybody.
Uh-huh. Thank you,
Mhm.
Alan. You
And
take good care.
Thank
I'm
you.
all watching.
All right.
Thank you.
All right.
All right. That was a perfect way to close out. I appreciate everybody that
Yes.
joined. Um, it's been a good night. It's been a good night. This has been,
It
I
has
enjoy
been.
doing this with y'all. So, if y'all
Me
like
too.
these types of lives, just leave an 1111 in the chat just to let me, just to hype it up. Let us know that you enjoy these so I can do more of them. Because when I do them, I just feel like it's so fruitful, and it helps people to get things out and to commune with others that understand the journey. Because a lot of times we just don't have nobody that we could talk to directly that understands what's happening. And so when I'm able to bring people on and we could pull the cards and see what's going on and give a little bit more clarity, it's just expediting the process of the shift. You see what I'm saying? Even if we're only touching a few can touch many. Like Alan, he can go on
Right.
to talk to millions of people. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Anybody can come on to this live today can go on and touch millions of people. So it's like just one at a time. We're just lighting, keeping everybody's flame going. So I appreciate all of y'all. I see a lot of 1111s here. So I'm glad that y'all uh-oh. I'm glad that y'all joined me tonight, and we're definitely going to tap in again very soon. And don't forget, Thursday, we're going to have another live. I'll put the post up so that y'all can join in to hear Don Robinson and to see what's going on that side of the journey, because we've been talking a lot about the industry and the corruption behind it. And so she had a bird of front row seat to what was going on behind the scenes in the industry. ministry. We'll be able to talk about that from a spiritual perspective as well. So I love you all, and we'll be talking again soon. And check Jessica out. She also, you still doing the natal charts, Jessica?
Yeah, birth chart readings. Yes, I
And
am.
personal readings
And personal
as well.
readings.
So definitely check out
Mhm.
Jessica, and reach out via email, or if you need to contact me, if you want to get to her directly, I'll be able to give you everything that you need to contact her. So, all right, girl, I
Yes.
appreciate you for coming on again.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
We'll be talking soon. All right, y'all take care out there.